Check me out now. Return of the smooth operator. Shawty on repeat. I say sleep later. This another favor. Consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air. Fantasy a dream. Real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless. Learn to live shameless. Talk about me a lot, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless. So I'ma style on them. They washed up. It's a rap. Throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them. Otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue. Get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. About time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. Vibe with the blue. Vibe with the blue. Yeah. Vibe with the blue. Vibe with the blue. Vibe with the blue. Vibe with the blue. I'm talking about vibe with the blue. Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward, the battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a minor, but made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. I'm vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly. Worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather. Be weather, be tripping. Starting to look control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this. Bad at board games, whole world clueless. Selling they soul for roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a sliced extra mozzarella. Crew fly, let God propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge the teller? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame? Ever blink in the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Ask what up? Vibe with the. Wise grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie. Blerd Without Fear, got the homie. Carter presents. We are laughing our ass off on this episode 184 of the Blerd Cave, the number
That's
one
a lot.
comic. Oh yeah, the number one comic book news stream on this or any other Earth, on the multiverse. You can find everywhere, not just here on YouTube, but also on Google, Apple, Spotify. You can also get us on Pocket Casts, Stitcher. You can find us on iHeartRadio, anywhere good podcast can be found. Also, whatever podcast service you use to listen in on the Blerd Cave, we do humbly ask that you don't forget to help us out by giving us a rating. That rating helps us reach more listeners like yourself. And yeah, that's
do
that's
what
all I
you're
got.
supposed to do on here that you don't, which is giving us a lot of thumbs up and likes, because I don't understand how we be having like 30,000 goddamn views on the Blerd Cave with a couple hundred likes. Y'all trifling. Like the YouTube stuff, like the podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Like them.
The best part of those is that you only have to do it once. Anyway. Here, let me. I'm sending out the tweet because, I'm terrible about such things. But for those who are wondering what the hell we were giggling about when we first came in here, because we're professionals all the time professional. We were giggling because Carter spilled water on his mouse pad. And I, in my infinite wisdom, decided to fuck with him about it right before we went in.
Oh man, your wife would have, all intents and purposes, thought you was cheating if I sent that package like that.
Oh yeah, no, she would have. Yeah, no, she would have. Should have been like, excuse me. Who is Rock Hard Ernie Carruthers?
Danger.
That's what she'd have been asking. She'd be like, wait a minute. Who is this? Huh? This one of your bitches? Huh? This one of your little comic book bitches? I'm joking. She probably would. She would have asked me a question, but she wouldn't really care.
Oh yeah,
she would have known what time it was. She'd have known.
Your car would have got good and keyed.
Oh yeah,
man,
no, 100%. But
that long ass house would have got very, very tight.
Oh man, what you talking about? And not in the good ways. But no. Sorry.
Danger.
Shout outs to folks in the chat wishing your boy a happy birthday. Yes, it is.
Thank
in
you.
fact.
Thank you.
But
it's his birthday today.
Yes, it's actually my birthday today. No,
Yes.
It's my this is my 40th trip around the
man.
sun.
Man, that book that's 40 chapters. Is 42 minutes. Goddamn.
Oh yeah, hey, no, I don't know, man. It could be 42 few, man. I'm trying to hang around.
Hey man, just release a new book. Rock Hard Chronicles.
Rock Hard Chronicles. Actually, now just out of spite, I'm gonna hit up Danny quick and be like, hey, I'm gonna need you to throw something together for me. You got the Ace Blade. They're gonna have the Rock Hard.
Oh god.
That's good. That's the name of the comic, y'all. Rock Hard. But anyway,
mine was mine. I was gonna say mine was Murph Day. Jesus Christ, my birthday was Monday. He is just today. So, but I appreciate the happy belateds in the chat. I do see them.
Mm-hmm.
But this is their day. This is day.
I mean, yeah, it could be everybody's day. Yeah, it's for the. I give it to you, the people.
Nah, this Rock Hard Ernie Carruthers Day.
No, it is not. No, it is not. No,
I really should stop saying that. I don't feel comfortable saying
well,
that.
yeah, I'm at
I really don't feel comfortable saying it.
Look, I'm hitting the
Why did
danger
I
button
think
on
about-
you. I'm
why
hitting
did I
danger
think-
button on you. I got to. I ain't got no choice. You did this. I got to hit it again. Just in case.
I blame pro wrestling. Because that's why all this shit started.
Would you watch Samoa Joe beat the brakes off Orange Cassidy?
No, like I was looking at a birthday Christmas gift for you,
Mm-hmm.
and then one of the wrestlers that's fighting Samoa Joe, it's just some random YouTube clip, but I saw his name was Rock Hard, and then that was the subtitle, then it was his actual name. So I'm like, it would be funny. I think it was like Rock Hard Juice Robinson or some shit.
Oh, Juice Robinson.
But I thought it would be funny if I send you this Christmas gift under the name, it just be Rock Hard Ernie Carter.
Oh my god!
But then, like we said, I don't want your baby to go grab the mail, ask you what that mean, or having your wife fuck your car up because she take you. You can find some thick sister somewhere in Memphis. I'm trying to save your life. I blame pro wrestling.
I mean,
I blame pro wrestling.
I mean, also, you can blame pro wrestling for a lot of things. You can blame pro wrestling for a lot of things, but yeah, we'll let it. I'll let that one hang. But I will say this. Thank you, those of you for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. I, truth be told, forgot. Slick kind of forgot last night that it was today. Like, I knew my birthday was coming up, but I wasn't really thinking about what day it fell on. And last night, my daughter, when I was, I went into her room to tell her, hey, it's time to get ready to go to bed. And she was drawing on like some construction paper or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she like shot up and was like, and she was like, oh, I was working on your birthday present. You can't look at it. And I was like, oh yeah, that is tomorrow. I said, don't worry. I was like, you can go hide. And I said, I didn't see anything. You can give it to me tomorrow, when you get back from soccer or whatever. But we actually have I won't say jam-packed show, but we do have some stuff that I know we're going to spend a lot of time talking about. So in order to facilitate that, let's go ahead and get through these. We got a lot of super chats coming in here. Man, dude, y'all are coming in hot. Thank you. First and foremost, let's go ahead and hit up the homie Levester the Samurai with the 1999 super chat. Says, good afternoon, everyone. Happy belated Born Day, Carter, and happy Born Day, Blerd. Catch the show tomorrow at work right now. I'm diving back into Midnight Suns while I can. Hey, dude, do it, because that game is fire. Don't let these folks out here tell you otherwise. I've been having too much fun with that game. I think I'm only like 30 or 40 hours into it. And I say only because I know for a fact you can drop an easy 100 on that game. And I'm only in Act 2 so far.
How mad do you think a samurai would be to get their ass whooped by somebody named Levester? I'm not gonna lie to you. I respect you. I appreciate the super chat. But when I saw the name at first, I started thinking about that Bernie Mac movie, Soul Man. That one like whack rapper name was Lester, the court jester. I started thinking of that when I saw Levester. I saw Levester. So I started thinking Levester, the court jester. But appreciate the 19. I appreciate it. We have another 1999 from Gabriel.
Oh no!
Knight.
Don't cheat him! Don't cheat him! It's
No, I'm just reading.
1999. In the super chat. Can't rob him, Carter. You can't rob him.
He's saying happy Saturday, Blerd Koa. Happy belated birthday to Carter and happy birthday to Ernie. I'm adding that part. I know he would have added that part had he known. Thank you, sir. Cornelius Samuel, always playing Maxwell. He's the Blerd Club Silver for the 10 months. On a scale of 1 to 100, I rate you 110%. We appreciate it.
Oh, dude, bruh, yes.
When we're not choking on fucking water and spilling water on our ass, we appreciate it.
We some giggly motherfuckers sometimes. Like we came this motherfucker giggling like some little schoolgirls. We got a Little Caesars hot and ready from Eric Morgan. We got the $5.
Uh,
Wait, didn't they just raise it to 6?
no, they didn't, for real.
I don't know. They might have. I don't know.
Happy B-Day to both of y'all. Time to hit the Resurrection Protocols. Actually, I've been playing a lot of Callisto Protocols, so I don't know if I'd want to get resurrected, though.
I don't know,
I don't
man.
know.
Sometimes it's better not to know shit. Like that's a sticky proposition. We got another Jason Davis with the $5, hitting us with a second hot and ready. Says, "Good afternoon, Kings." So, Storm v Vulcan round 2.
Oh, I'm hyped.
He said, "Who we got on this?"
Well, in the political climate we're in now, if Vulcan was to win, they'd call him a misogynist prick. Plus he's a racist because he gonna lay hands on Storm. So I think Storm is gonna win this free. She might catch a bruise or two, but I don't see them just plus excuse me. Who cares about Vulcan? I don't give a fuck about Vulcan.
You don't care about the Emperor?
Dog.
He never died!
All I cared about reading that whole thing was, it was 2 things came in my head. One was next Friday, even though I hate that movie. One of the main takeaways I got from that movie when I was reading that final page was Vulcan going up to Storm like Debo went up to Craig. This is the rematch. But all I want to happen in that book is for someone to lay hands on Abigail Brand. That's all I want.
I mean, honestly, that's a fair assessment. That's kind of.
I don't care who do it.
I'm gonna need somebody to slap the shit out of her, and I would actually prefer it to be Storm. So I hope she. I don't think Storm's gonna lose. I just don't think it's gonna be as easy. I don't think it's gonna be an easy clap like it was. It ain't gonna be a GG easy like it was. Because I don't know if y'all remember the first. I don't know if y'all remember the first go round. The first go round was kind of nasty. I'm not gonna lie to you. It wasn't pretty by any stretch of ye imagination. Here, I'm gonna pull this up just because. I mean, I got it right here. This look. She ain't really had to do him like this. Like, she got him hemmed up over here.
Yes, she did. You know what she said to him? Like, it was just off panel, but she whispered to him, "You're the Summers no one cares about." And then she threw him to the ground.
You're the worst Summers, brother. And it just yeeted that motherfucker back down. It was, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of rough. It was a little triggering. A little triggering.
You want to get through these other super chats real quick before we lose them?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. What we got? We got LJ Brown.
LJ Brown with the 5 pounds. Light bars.
I like it.
Happy belated birthday, Carter, and happy birthday, Christmas to both of you, who are more Memphis than 3-6 Mafia, MJG, and 8-Ball. I don't know how to feel about a top G from the UK that knows about 8-Ball and MJG.
Hey, crossover.
There you go. We got a 1999 from a crippled robot, and we have Blerd Club Gold from Ryan Allison.
You ain't gonna skip over Robo. You ain't gonna skip over homie Robo Strange like
Ernie.
that. Come on,
Ernie. No one cares about Robo Strange.
I do. That's my homie. Man, you know what? Ignore him, Robo. Thank you for that. Hold on, let me get. I get some water because this is special.
Yeah, I hope it spills on your goddamn mouse pad.
Hey, you better hope it don't, because the show will be over. But anyway, thank you for that. 1999 super chat says happy birthday, Ernie and Carter, I guess. But yes, Ryan Allison with the 17 months in the gold mine of Blerd Club. Says, where's Mad Mardigan and Willow? I can actually answer that question because what happened was Val Kilmer. For those who know, Val Kilmer's had a lot of health issues over the last few years. Yeah. And when they were filming Willow, it was during the pandemic.
Oh.
And because of his health issues, he was not able to be there for filming. So they wrote him out of it, but with plans to bring him back for a second season should they get one, which they likely will. Show's been, by my estimation, very, very well received. I've enjoyed it thus far, but yeah, right now a lot of people don't know. Val Kilmer has been dealing with a lot. It's sad. It's kind of like, remember, Carter, when we were talking about Sinbad after the episode of Atlanta?
Yeah.
And we were talking just how, like, just, oh man, it's so sad to watch. You know he's going through.
That fucked me up.
And then, like, some videos came out recently where they were showing him, like, going through, like, recovery and shit. I was like, oh, that hurts. But a lot of people don't know, Val Kilmer had throat cancer.
Yeah.
Not that long ago. And so, yeah, he's, not to mention, I'm gonna be honest with you, he don't look the same. He don't look the same. He does not look the same no more. And honestly, to see him in Willow, it would break my heart. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know what? Honestly, I don't think it would, because I was really, really shocked to see him in Top Gun Maverick, but they actually did. He's looked like Iceman. You know, you could clearly tell, like, he couldn't really talk. So he was using a machine, but like one of the best scenes in that movie is when he actually does talk to Tom Cruise to kind of give him a kick in the ass, and it was a really beautiful thing. So I don't think it'll break your heart. I think it'll be you're more giddy that he's finally in it.
Yeah.
But if there is a situation where he can't talk or anything like that, it might bring you back down to reality. But I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't know what the fuck Willow is. That's why I wasn't as excited when everybody else got hyped. I don't know. You talk to a motherfucker that just watched him.
Willow?
Okay. Do not judge me. I would rather get back through these super chats.
That's fair.
When people kept talking about Willow, I thought they were talking about Allison Hannigan. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought they were talking about Buffy's homegirl, bro. I didn't know what the fuck.
I'm done with you. Moving on. Anyway, thank you, Ryan Allison. Thank you. Tubes of One with the $2 super chat says, "Happy level up days, Ernie and Carter. We appreciate you, pimp." And then let's see here. We also got Bang Bang Kill hitting us with another hot and ready. So happy birthday, guys. And damn, James Gunn went and failed safe the DCEU. God damn, he really did.
That was the coldest issue. That was the coldest, most ridiculous issue of fucking Batman I've ever read. And I saw so many people triggered.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they were triggered by this issue.
Oh, yeah. Look, if it wasn't how Batman got dealt with, it was the underwear on his face. That's all I saw all week. Everybody's like just mad about underwear on Batman face.
Very close. Very close. Had I not spilled water on my mouse pad, had I not been choking when we started this goddamn Blerd Cave up, I was very close to seeing Carter rock some all black Fruit of the Looms on his face. Just to see who all caught the reference. Just to see.
I mean, I thought it was hilarious. I would have laughed my ass off because that shit was like, because I was like, this man really just put his draws. He put the bat draws on his face. Good God. But no, yeah, James Gunn acting a whole fool out here, and I'm here for it. Extra with the $50, God damn, with the $50. You know, like 3 years ago, you could have gotten, actually, it'd have been longer than that because games have gone up exponentially since then. But this used to be the cost of a new controller. Now controllers cost as much as games do nowadays. God damn.
As much? They cost the same price.
Yeah, actually, no, that is true. Well, yeah, no, that is true now. Because it's happy birthday and belated birthday, fellas. Enjoy. We appreciate you, Pim. Thank you for that. Vampire Hunter Greg, the cousin. Little no, y'all don't know. This is the cousin of Vampire Hunter D. With the $5. Also, dude, we gonna have a lot of hot and readies in this bitch. God damn. Says, happy birthday, Blerd. Glad I found your channel. Many more to you. Henshin forever. Hey, look, y'all. I want y'all to know something too. They gonna quit fucking with me and putting my fucking Kamen Rider on somewhere where I can watch it without having to do this shit illegally. I'm just saying it. Y'all go. Toei, get your shit together. And then we got another one from the homie Barrington Edwards with $20. Says, "Happy birthday, brothers. I'll illustrate an Ernie Carruthers book. Hope you both stay well and hit the danger button all weekend." I know Carter already hit it Monday because what he told me when we blew him up in the Discord the other day.
Oh man.
Barrington, thank you for that, Pip. Hey, look, I'll hit you up. Don't think I won't. Oh
man.
And then look, we got another one here. Oh man, look, y'all are just great. Y'all are fantastic. Look, if this keeps up, this is gonna just turn to a super chat show. But I'm here for it. It's okay. We got Gabriel Knight. Gabriel the Dark Knight, the real Dark Knight. Who knows the value of wearing your underwear on the outside in case you are falling in the orbit of space. Says with the 1999 the super chat, says I can't just do one super chat for Carter and not one for Ernie. Happy birthday, Ernie. Rock hard, danger. Danger. Look, wait a minute, cause you know what that's what it could be, Carter. Look, that would be my Kamen Rider subtitle. Like you have like Kamen Rider Fives, you got Kamen Rider Forze, you got Kamen Rider 01, you got Kamen Rider Ryuki. No, mine's Kamen Rider Rock Hard. Or could that be the jingle? Because they always have jingles now when they henshin. It'd be like,
Say it before Kamen Rider.
Oh yeah, here you go. look, so when you do the thing, like when I do my little pose and go, Henshin, that motherfucker go, rock hard, Kamen Ride. look, like was it like when you would do like a Kamen Rider Fives where they pull the flip phone out and be like, doot, 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 and it'd be like. It'd be like, standing by. Mine would be like, rock hard. I'd be here for that. That would tickle me too much. I would never be able to do it with a straight face. We also got another here, $20 from Irv Sweet. Says, happy birthday, fellas. Brand equals Beast equals Sinister right now, for real. Honestly, them right now, look, let me tell you something. Abigail Brand, Beast, Mr. Sinister, and Moira McTaggart. Them the biggest villains in the Marvel Comics universe right now.
Here's the thing. Brand was a surprise because it was basically Xavier and Magneto basically saying, here, we're bringing you into the fold. And she's like Julia Louis-Dreyfus right now in the MCU movies, right? Sinister was expected. But Sinister has been so good in books that he's in. He's been written so well. You laughing your ass off, but it was expected.
Yeah.
Moira was not expected because of how she's been portrayed in other books. It's just more of I like to call it the Jessica Jones effect, where Jessica Jones was a big deal in one thing, but then as years went on, that was just the woman Luke Cage knocked off this babysitting all the time.
You better not let her evil variant hear you say that. She bodied she bodied a whole X-Men team.
Yes. Beast was the surprise out of everything.
Oh yeah.
I don't care what any of you all can say you saw it coming just because of how Bendis wrote in with all new X-Men and stuff, but he never went to the extent that he went in this Krakoan era of stuff. Beast was a surprise.
Oh no.
Sinister, Brand, fucking more. Nobody is as big of a shock as Hank McCoy is out in these streets.
Well, what's even worse? Like everybody's like, oh man, what about Dark Beast? Where's Dark Beast? Oh, I bet this is Dark Beast again, pretending to be Hank McCoy. Nah, no, it ain't. Cause Sinister got Dark Beast head in a jar, locked up tight for when Magic clapped his ass like 2-3 years ago.
What makes it funnier with Beast is everything that he's doing.
Mhm.
I hear Kelsey Grammer. I just hear.
Yeah, that's what
I hear Kelsey Grammer in everything.
Hey, you know Kelsey Grammer, he trying to come back.
Well, dude, okay. There's this little known show that he did for like 2 seasons. It was called Boss.
Yeah.
He was basically this with less murder, but he was fucking ruthless on that show. So that's what I hear when I'm reading X-Force stuff. So when Domino said no to him, and he said, well, I just read, who the fuck do you think
He's
he's
like, you know who I am?
Hank McCoy. And I'm sorry to you for I real deal because I see him telling me to get the hell out. I thought it was Willow from Buffy. I'm sorry, I didn't know what the fuck Willow was.
I mean,
I still don't know what Willow is. I just know that apparently, as of a couple weeks ago, that Val Kilmer was in it. I don't know what Willow is.
do you know Warwick Davis is?
No.
Do you know you've seen the Leprechaun, right?
You mean have I seen it in when it pertains to Willow?
No, I'm saying you've seen the movies, the Leprechaun, right? Like any of the Leprechaun movies.
The horror movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Warwick Davis. He's the Leprechaun.
Okay.
He was in a fantasy epic movie back in the 80s before the Leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.
And it was called Willow, where he is a sorcerer. He's a little person sorcerer. They're called Nelwyns.
Okay.
Though derogatorily, we're often called Pecks. Which is terrible. But yes, anyway. But yeah, he was a Nelwyn sorcerer. He was a budding sorcerer. He wasn't fully a sorcerer yet. He had to save this baby that was supposed to be the future of their universe or whatever. Her name was Alora Dannon, and she was he was trying to save her from this evil witch queen named Bavmorda. But yeah, it's actually a really good movie. And I remember correctly, I think it was directed by Ron Howard. I think.
Lord. Okay.
But yeah, yeah, Ron Howard. It was directed by Ron Howard, story by George Lucas. Came out in 1988.
See, I couldn't say that. I was born that year. So all right.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying it was out there long enough that like I'm surprised you had never at least heard of it. But anyway, moving on.
Yes.
Robo Strange with the $1.99 says, "Here you go, Carter. Buy yourself something nice." You ain't shit, Robo. Hey, you can put that on. You can put that towards some E&J.
Wow. That bottle still ain't been open.
Oh damn! Hey, Henny like $40.
Hey.
That shit like 25.
Oh my god.
Anyway, LJ Brown with the £5 says James Gunn gave you guys a birthday present for both of you this week. He really did.
It's more so for Ernie than me because Ernie despises the Snyder Cut fans. I just don't like the negative ones. But we were actually talking about that before we started the show.
Oh no, I know what he talking about though. He talking about something specific.
Oh,
okay,
we're gonna have to get into this.
Oh yeah. Here, let's get through these. We got another Elite X1 with the $5 says happy birthday and enjoy them gifts I dropped last week to you too. Get them damn likes up. Hey, thank you for that too.
We were playing the hell out of shit this week. Hey, we were playing the fuck out of % man. Thank you.
Yeah.
It is much appreciated. Ernie killed several innocent bystanders.
Dude, we know the sad part is that I think we got the shotgun that was in that game.
Yeah.
And yeah, we would turn because they. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about this game called The Ascent. It's like a top-down twin stick shooter.
Yeah, think old school Conquer kind of vibes.
Yeah. So as you're going through the game, you're fighting these enemies, and there's also people out on the street sometimes with you, and and the people kind of blend in with the enemies because it's a cyberpunk.
It's setting. A cyberpunk,
yeah. And dude, I can't tell you how many times we would turn a corner and someone would be, because the people, when they would see the gun or hear the gunshots going off, they would take off running, and sometimes they would run towards you, sometimes they want to run away from you, and there'd be times like somebody would run towards me, and I would just turn. Bow! And you would just see some dude get blown off like, y'all remember in Django Unchained when Django busted up in the house and oh yeah, what was it, a Candyland? And what was it, a dude's wife was sitting there and Django shot her and she just flew off camera.
Yeah,
that's how them folks was flying off the screen when I was sitting. Like, I just turned, bow, and they like off the camera. You'd hear the like that every time.
Okay.
But anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
We got another one. Oh yes.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say we got another one from Robo Strange. It was
yes.
$9.99. Maneater said to make sure to send one from her too. So here's some more. Much love from the Beta family. Thank you, Crippled Robot, and much appreciated to Maneater. I really hope she has not still been carrying you on Dead by Daylight. I know her back is hurting. We have another $9.99 here from Coburg. Happy birthday, but man, there are some idiots out there. There was a dude in one of your videos defending Xavier's decisions. Can we send that dude to the hole? Forgot his name.
Oh God! Yeah, see, here's the thing. Okay, yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
Yep, let's get this.
I'm not surprised, but you know what? Thank you for reminding me about that, Coburg. And I got your question from Twitter. I'll answer it here on the show. We got another here from C with the $10. Just said happy birthday. We appreciate. Thank you for that. Thank you. And we got another one from Roy Bob with the $10. Says happy birthday. Some of my favorite beans. All love to you in your next year. We appreciate you. Thank you for that, Roy Bob. We appreciate you, homie. And I hope you are well and taking care of yourself out there, brother. And then we also got another one here. Another hot and ready from the T1000. Still on the hunt for John Connor. Says, happy birthday. We appreciate you, Pim. Thank you. Let's go. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it now. Let's go ahead and get into our topics because, man, look, James Gunn.
Yeah.
Whoo, boy. James Gunn is out here. James Gunn. I don't know his middle name, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. His name is James. I'll be your Huckleberry Gunn, because he said, he said, look, I'm out. He said, I got 2 guns, one for each of you. Look, James Gunn.
Kilmer was the man for that, though.
Dude, see, and that's the thing. That's what made me think about it, because I said, bruh, Doc Holliday in Tombstone, that's one of my favorite Val Kilmer anythings, like that, because he was just so good at it. But my boy, for those that know what we're talking about here, the homie James Gunn. He out here right now. For those who don't know, James Gunn, who many people may know for his earliest movies like Slither, Super, things of that nature. He was a big trauma guy back in the day. But James Gunn has, as of late, he directed Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Volume 1, and Volume 2. He's also done the holiday special. And then he, during a little bit of moment of controversy, somebody dragged out some old tweets that he had long since, I think he had actually apologized for them on 2 separate occasions across varying points of time. And because James Gunn was such an avid critic of Donald Trump and used to use his platform to call out right-wing conspiracy wingnuts and Trump himself, someone got in their feelings and made all those old tweets resurface. Disney had to kick him to the curb to keep up appearances, but then they ended up bringing him back to do Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But this was after he was already picked up by Warner Brothers to do the Suicide Squad, and then later Peacemaker, which has been successful over there, and actually has been some of the Warner Brothers' most successful DC stuff in terms of film and TV. But recently, as some of you may or may not know, he has become the co-head of the newly minted DC Studios for the newly rebranded. It's no longer the DCEU. It is now the DCU, the DC Universe. And with that, a lot of people kind of came to this thinking, oh man, James Gunn, oh, dude, he's going to come in, he's going to right the ship. And then next thing you know, a bunch of about 1,500 to maybe 2,000 Snyder fans and about 25,000 Snyder bots all cried the death wail as they realized James Gunn wasn't here to restore the Snyderverse. Look, that man took the Snyderverse. Look, that James Gunn walked into DC Studios, saw a balled up piece of paper, picked it up, unballed it. It said restore the Snyderverse. He balled that shit back up and said, Kobe, that shit is gone. You ain't getting no Snyderverse back. He is cleaning house as he should. He is cleaning house as one should. And I'm here for it. Here for it. Because let's just be real here. Let's just be real here. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fluff in what was originally the DCEU. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fluff and not enough substance. And what I mean by that is, it's not because they released a ton of movies like all the time. No, it wasn't even so much that. It was just that the stuff they were releasing just didn't seem cohesive. It didn't seem cohesive at all. Like, you know the way that people claim that all the Marvel movies don't seem to like line up with each other anymore, which is not true. They actually do, but it's just not in the way that I think people had fan casted in their heads that it would. Despite the fact that Kevin Feige has consistently said that not everything is going to be referencing something else. I feel like that criticism is more accurate with the DCEU because they just, like, I mean, okay, Shazam is largely a standalone movie. Has very little to do with the DCEU at large other than some references to Batman and Aquaman in the form of merchandising.
Yeah.
and I guess technically there's a Superman reference at the very end of the movie with an actual cameo that's not really an actual cameo because it's not Henry Cavill. But Aquaman almost ignores some plot points of Justice League. The whole thing with what was it? What was it? Black Adam.
Yeah.
Black Adam, while it does recognize some of the more recent developments that were in what was then the DCEU, Black Adam, for the most part, it's mostly just marketing and merchandising that ties all of it together, with the exception of a cameo at the end. For the most part, if they didn't have that cameo at the end, it largely just kind of would have been a DCEU film in name only. But James Gunn is trying to create, and not just James Gunn and Peter Safran, because they're co-heads of the studio. They're trying to right the ship. They are trying to clean everything up. They are trying to make it a more cohesive and connected universe by not just having the TV shows and the movies exist in the same universe, but also any animated movies, series, and video games. Pretty much any media surrounding DC Comics outside of the comics themselves. James Gunn wants all of that stuff to exist in the same universe, for it to be able to say, oh, you've got this over here. Well, hey, guess what? This is also over here. This takes place in the same spectrum of things. And it's an admirable thing for him to do, even though I don't think it's even necessary. But that said, he'd already caught one body. Look, like y'all know how we were talking about David Zaslav? Yeah, David Zaslav, the new head of Warner Brothers Discovery. We were talking about how he was just canceling shit left and right, no rhyme, no reason. James Gunn is doing the same thing, but you could tell he is being far more measured about it. And the first body was Patty Jenkins. Patty Jenkins caught that L first. Now, I want to be clear. For those who don't know who I'm talking about, Patty Jenkins. For those who are not familiar, Patty Jenkins is the director behind the first Wonder Woman movie, as well as Wonder Woman 84.
80 snore.
Yes.
80 bore.
80
that
bore.
movie was trash. People stopped coming up with different anagrams and shit for it. They just put out and say the movie was whack.
It was very whack. It was stupid whack. That's how bad it was. But basically what we learned is Patty, who was writing the script for the Wonder Woman threequel. Yeah, that got shut down. Word on the street. Pat, and a lot of this is from the Hollywood Reporter, which, you know, a lot of times you can kind of take with you kind of have to take a lot of this stuff as, and like anything else in life, there's three sides to every story. There's his side, there's her side, and somewhere in the middle, there is the truth. And I'll talk more about that a little when we get past all these bodies James Gunn just caught recently. But basically, word on the street is that Patty Jenkins turned in her script for Wonder Woman 3, and James Gunn said, nah.
That's the same rumor I heard, was that she went in there to hand. I heard he didn't even read it. I heard she went to hand it to him, and James Gunn said, nah, you ain't got to worry about it.
No, you good. Yeah, no, you straight. Well, I mean, let's be fair here. Truth be told, there's a couple of different sides to the story. We've heard some different things. Now, the truth is she did turn in the Wonder Woman 3 script, and apparently James Gunn and Peter Safran, as well as other people at DC Studios, including David Zaslav, I've heard, all of which have read it, and they didn't like it. The word is, Gunn and Peter Safran said that her script didn't line up with the vision for the DCU going forward. There were also rumors going around saying that her script had character arc problems, which rivaled that of Wonder Woman 1984. For those who don't know, there were a lot of character arc issues in that movie. There were issues with Cheetah, which I thought was, say what you will about Kristen Wiig and her turn as Cheetah in that movie. I didn't think she was bad. I just think she was not given much to do.
There you go. I was like, if there are any problem with that movie, Kristen Wiig ain't one of them problems.
Yeah, no. Well, here was the problem. Here's the problem. I'll show you what the problem was, and excuse the graininess of the picture, but the problem was this: you had two villains in the movie. Which Kristen Wiig, who was playing Cheetah on the left. You had Pedro Pascal playing Maxwell Lord on the right. For those of you who are listening at home, just know that's why I'm describing this. But Maxwell Lord was given the lion's share of character development. And honestly, I think they gave it to the right person because he was honestly the more interesting part of the movie, in my opinion. But that said, I feel like the Cheetah arc was largely kind of half-baked. And it didn't feel fully fleshed out. So when you got to it, just kind of like, oh, okay, this is just a thing that's happening. Then there was also the issues with Steve Trevor. That whole debacle just, I'm sorry, it just didn't sit right with me. It just didn't. And I don't know. It is what it is. It just, I don't know. like right now, I'm sitting here imagining, and I'm gonna pull this picture up just for reference. This is for those listening home. It's just a picture of Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot, but I can just see her right now. She's like, yeah, check this out. See this right here? Yeah. See, in this next scene, you are gonna meet this dude who is possessed by the spirit of Steve Trevor, and you are gonna clap his cheeks all the way upside down. It's gonna be great. And that guy is gonna have no agency whatsoever. Dude doesn't even know what's going on. He just possessed by the spirit of a dude that is supposed to be dead and honestly should not be around right now. That is kind of what I feel like that was how that conversation broke down. But the thing is, the other thing that was heard is that, and I want to make sure I'm clear on this, she wasn't fired from the movie. Let's go ahead and put that out there. Patty Jenkins wasn't fired so much as she walked out from the movie, that she left the movie because of those issues. There's even been some rumors going around that she sent a Wikipedia article to James Gunn and Peter Safran with the definition of character arc, because she claimed apparently that they didn't understand it, which is funny because I don't think she does either. But the rumors are all, there's probably some truth in a lot of it. There's also probably a lot of lies in all of it. But it is what it is.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead, shoot.
Now, you and anyone listening, you all can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, or Ernie, you can correct me here. Didn't her Star Wars movie get le boot?
Oh, Rogue Squadron?
Yeah.
I think that movie is actually still like on the docket. But here's the thing. I'm actually pulling it up. I'm actually pulling it right now just to double check myself. I don't think that movie has been canceled. Here's the thing. So yeah, I don't think that movie is canceled, but there were some more in light of all these recent things that have come up. A lot of the Star Wars crowd has been pointing out to rumors that say Rogue Squadron has been delayed, and also that the script that she wrote for Rogue Squadron had a lot of issues. Because for those who don't know, she was supposed to write and direct the Rogue Squadron movie, and but the movie was pulled from the schedule. So yeah, the movie was pulled from the schedule. It wasn't canceled. And I don't know if they're going to get rid of her from the movie or give her a chance to right the ship, as it were. Honestly, I don't want to watch after Wonder Woman 84, I don't want to watch a movie that Patty Jenkins is writing or directing about one of my favorite franchises. I hate saying that because I feel like one of those guys I make fun of all the time for getting mad about, somebody acting in a movie or directing a movie or writing a movie. It's not that, and I want to make sure I'm clear when I say this. This isn't like, I don't hate Patty Jenkins because she's a woman. I don't hate Patty Jenkins because I think that, she's, that women can't direct good superhero movies. Has nothing to do with that at all. Because, well, for one, that would be incorrect. There have been plenty of good superhero movies that have been directed by women. So that has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with the fact that Wonder Woman 84 is probably the worst movie I think I've seen in quite some time. And I have seen some terrible movies.
I'm going to say something that's very simple, that's very basic. At some point, it can't be everybody else that's wrong. It can't be everybody else that has the problem, that has the issue. At some point, you really have to come to terms with the fact that maybe it's you. Maybe it's something you doing or aren't doing. And in the case of DC, I mean, let's be honest here. DC gave her 2 swings at the plate. And she hit it, but it wasn't a home run. She just got to first base, and that was it. Okay, so she's a good. Okay, so let's take the first movie into the question here.
Yeah.
All right, you hit the ball, you got first base. Cool, you can get the base. Nice. We're gonna give you a second shot at bat, and you got it at first base again. But this is the World Series now. We don't need first bases anymore.
Right.
We need you to knock that motherfucker out of the park.
Right.
You didn't do that. You didn't show that you can be that player that everybody else seems to think that you are.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't, like I said, it can't be everyone else. Her taking time away to get this Rogue Squadron script done, if that's actually the case, is cool. I really hope that time away gets her to hone in and make that film a solid project, because if all that happens is you're taking this time away and then we get a Star Wars film where it ain't hitting like the fucking TV shows are, that's a problem.
Yeah. It's a sad day when Peacemaker, and I'm not saying it's because Peacemaker was bad. I'm saying just the fact that James Gunn came in and directed a TV show that is better than just about any DC movie, like by comparison, just in terms of how it was handled. And not only that, James Gunn came in 2 for 2 in the DCU. The Suicide Squad, Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Lit.
But that's my whole thing. And that's why I'm trying to use this baseball analogy here. It's like, okay, cool. First time we let you at bat, you got first base. All right, this is the World Ernie, this is the World Series. Okay. The bases, okay, we need you to knock this bitch out of the park, and we got it. Please. She bunted it. I got back to first base. That ain't what we needed. You got Linda Carter.
She got walked. She got walked.
Oh, like, come on, bro. Like, see, people say this in sports a lot. When it comes to certain people, you could be good at one thing. Okay, like prime example. Let's take college football. You can have somebody that is like a quarterback, wide receiver, running back, whatever the fuck. You can have somebody that's dangerous in college. They are a whole problem in college. Soon as they get to the league,
yeah, because you're out. You were a big fish in a small pond. That's what made you stick out. And then you got to the big leagues. You got to the big pond and realized you ain't that big a fish.
It's Chris Bosh syndrome. Everybody thought Chris Bosh was a whole problem with Toronto Raptors. They put him with Dwayne Wade and LeBron on the Heat. Nobody talk about this motherfucker.
No.
This supposed to be the big three. It was really 2 because it was really D Wade and LeBron. Chris Bosh didn't do nothing. And he knew he didn't do nothing. That's why he hated getting the question asked for him. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it can't be everybody else. No. You need to work on you. You need help. Because I don't want this to be a thing to where, like you're saying, everybody's trying to say like we're going in at women, or you trying to say that women can't do this and women can't do that. No, that ain't it. The fact that you had Wonder Woman, this is supposed to appeal to everybody, and ain't nobody talking about it.
No,
nobody cares about Wonder Woman.
Let me put this shit in perspective for y'all. My wife is a huge Wonder Woman fan. It's like the one comic book thing she actually loves. Like one of the few comic book, like my wife is not that big of a comic book person, but Wonder Woman is one of the few things that she actually really loves in comics. She did not like that movie. She didn't like Wonder Woman 84, and she only passingly liked the first Wonder Woman.
Yeah. And
here's something I want y'all to think about. Patty Jenkins was also doing something with those movies where she wasn't really trying to adapt the comics. I saw here you point out something about how it seemed like Patty had little knowledge about the characters she was using. And I agree. Because I think She was. Remember when the Incredible Hulk came out? The with Edward Norton.
Yeah.
So one of the complaints I saw a lot of people say is that it felt less like a Hulk movie that was related to the comics, and it felt more like a Hulk movie that was just more of a sequel to the TV show because of the themes and the way they played it out. And that was kind of what was going on. Edward Norton was going for a Bill Bixby level portrayal. Like, they were trying to make it more like the TV show, just with a bigger budget. And the thing is, that's kind of what Patty Jenkins was doing. She was trying not to adapt the Wonder Woman comics. She was trying to adapt the Wonder Woman TV show, which I don't think was the smart move. Because that's what a lot of the last movie felt. It felt like just an episode, like a really long episode of the old Linda Carter TV show. And I'm going to go ahead and say right now, let Linda Carter have that one.
Okay, let me just give give a shout out to someone in the chat, Frantic World, saying that Kevin Feige is cleaning up DC Studios and he is using James Gunn to do it.
Hey, look, dude, you know what he did? Look, Kevin Feige called James like, you're activated.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you got 2 shots. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't really go anywhere. They just kind of stayed where they were.
Right.
A lot of women don't even get that. You got that opportunity. You didn't do as much as they'd hoped. Okay, now we're gonna let somebody else do it.
Go ahead and
right? Let's get somebody else to see what they could do with this.
Yeah.
Period.
Well,
that's it.
Here's the thing. This is something else I want to point out, too, because Aquaman made over $1 billion. That was James Wan.
Mm-hmm.
Battle-tested director. And he brought you a movie that should not have worked, and he's the horror movie guy brought you a Aquaman movie that actually grossed over $1 billion in what I felt was the weirdest, because that movie came out late in the year when no movie should be making that kind of money unless it is the biggest of summer blockbuster movies. And then you get Shazam by David F. Sandberg, which didn't necessarily light the box office up, but it is a critically well-received movie. It's actually, I would dare say, probably one of the, at least in my opinion, probably one of the better received DCEU films critically, and largely because it sticks to itself and not trying to bring in all this other bullshit. And both of these directors have gotten second chances, and we haven't seen them yet, and we'll talk about those chances in a minute, because speaking of James Wan, we're going to get to this next thing here, but I'm going to right now, okay. While Wonder Woman 3 has technically been canceled, it's not necessarily not going to happen either. So it is very likely Wonder Woman will get another movie, and whether it's Wonder Woman 3 or a complete and total reboot is a whole other story altogether. But I think I'm almost willing to gamble, especially with how tight Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot are. I would not be shocked if Gal Gadot walked away from Wonder Woman because Patty Jenkins.
I call bullshit on that.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you why. Because remember, she might do whatever she's contractually obligated to do. However, look at Dave Bautista. Very similar situation. Same way James Gunn and Dave Bautista were tight, Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins are that kind of tight.
And I think, see, and now when you say that, the Guardians films were well received.
Well, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that when James Gunn was fired, Dave Bautista made no secret how pissed he was at Marvel and Disney for that. Now, granted, in this case, Patty's walking away, not being fired, supposedly. But I could very easily see Gal Gadot be like, I'm out. Or I could easily see James Gunn be like, yeah, you can go.
Especially, and I see this, and this is very unfortunate because just like with Henry Cavill, I think she could be a good Wonder Woman when she has the right machine behind her. The
Mm.
problem with Henry Cavill, I've always said, was Man of Steel put me to sleep. Ben Affleck was the
You
best
mean the Man
part
of
of
Sleep?
that.
You mean the Man of Sleep?
Yeah. Batman v Superman, Ben Affleck was the best part.
Mm-hmm.
Justice League went through what it went through.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's a great Superman. And he went on and he did other projects to show that I know how to act my ass off. And now he's back as Superman. I think if you put the right thing behind Gal Gadot, I think she would stick around to actually show and to almost prove people wrong.
I mean,
no one, you see what I'm saying? Like,
I
because
would
nobody
be
was looking at her as Wonder Woman.
I would be fine with that. I don't hate her as Wonder Woman. My issues with Gal Gadot are more of a political nature, not her acting ability. She's a very, I don't know. I feel like in the era we live in, I get it. She's Israeli. She served in the Israeli Defense Forces. I get it. She probably has some personal beef with Palestinians, but I just find it really eerily strange that just how open and with her whole chest that she likes to shit on Palestinians who are.
Okay. So here's the problem with that.
What's that?
And I'm saying this for you and everybody else. The conversation we're having right now, that has nothing to do. You have to kind of take that out of the equation, just like you
Carter.
talking about.
Carter.
Hmm?
What did I say before I said what I said? That tells me you weren't listening. I already said it has nothing to do with her in the movie. I literally just said I have no problem with her being.
I know that, but
no.
It sounds like.
No, I literally just said it. You took what I said as what you wanted to sound like, so you could make up some controversy to keep
You
shit
do
going.
that.
No, I don't. I prefaced what I said for a reason, so that you wouldn't say what you just said and drag this shit out longer than it has to be. But anyway, that said, what I'm saying is, I personally feel like a person like that should not be Wonder Woman. You get where I'm coming from? I feel like a person like that, it's kind of like case in point. I wouldn't want a terrible person to be Superman. If I found out that Henry Cavill was the type of guy that was out here Me Tooing women and being racist and homophobic and shit like that, I wouldn't want a guy like that to be Superman, because honestly, I wouldn't believe that he was a good Superman. It's the same way I feel about, case in point, Chris Evans is Captain America. He's a nice, wholesome guy. It's easy for me to believe that he's Captain America, because I feel like, oh yeah, I mean, I see him out here putting on the cape for marginalized communities. It's just easier for me to go with it. I don't really see that in Gal Gadot, so that's why I said what I said, Carter. I did just say she's a good Wonder Woman. And I literally said before I said what I said, my issues with her come from more of a political nature. There we go. And if you wouldn't have said what you said, I'd have been done with this by now. Anyway, moving on.
What is Den of Nerds?
What's that?
Den of Nerds. Why does that sound familiar? Are they content creators?
I believe they are, yes.
Because apparently James Gunn just went in on them on Twitter.
Oh, I believe it.
Are they like a Grace Randolph where they say a lot of shit that's not true, and then he has to come in and correct
a lot
it?
of times, yeah. Yeah,
Got you.
Usually.
Got you.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Got you.
But yeah, no, anyway. But you brought up Superman. So here, let's keep it Superman related. Man of Steel 2. Not happening.
That's not a surprise.
The Man of Steel 2 that was announced, that was roughly announced around the time that all the shenanigans with Henry Cavill and his leaving The Witcher, and people believing that had more to do with his coming back to the to the DCE, what was then at the time the DCEU.
Yeah.
And then the Something else we'll end up talking about here in a little bit. The hype that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson put behind Henry Cavill returning as Superman to drum up business for Black Adam. Yeah, all that fell through because Man of Steel 2 is not happening. Now, here's the thing I want to make sure I'm clear on. It's not to say that a Superman sequel or another Superman movie starring Henry Cavill won't happen. But a Man of Steel 2 sequel being canceled basically is to let you know the Snyderverse is dead. It is officially dead. It is not happening. Get that shit out your head. You can stop all the hashtag restore the Snyderverse, whatever. You can stop. You can cancel your subscription on all those bot accounts. The 25,000 bot accounts that were behind the restore the Snyderverse and the Snyder cut shit. You can cancel that shit. It's a waste of money. They're not doing it. Cavill, while he may still be in, as Superman, which personally I would be fine with. I don't see say what you will about Joss Whedon's Justice League. Say what you will about it. Don't care. At the end of the day, I felt like, fucked up upper lip and all. That version of Superman. I'm sorry. I just couldn't say it without a straight face. My bad. Anyway, but no, the look. I have to say it just because it is. I have to point these things out because if I don't, it would just be weird to not point to the elephant in the room. But upper lip and all, CG upper lip and everything. I personally feel like
you ain't right.
No, I'm a. Okay,
I completely forgot
no, Carter, you ain't gonna sit up here and act like this didn't happen. You ain't gonna sit up here and act like this upper lip did not occur.
I'm gonna keep it. Okay, let me be honest. I didn't see it in theaters.
Okay.
I saw it on bootleg. So imagine that lip in bootleg quality as well.
Oh no! You want to talk about that lip? You need to talk about this lip.
That's the one when I knew what people were talking about. I'm like, everybody keep talking about the mustache, and then I see that part on bootleg, and I said, "Ooh."
Look, let me be real with you, Carter. I want to be real with you here for a minute. The realest I have ever been with anyone in my entire life.
Uh-oh.
While I don't like
okay.
the upper lip issues. Let's call it upper lip gate, mustache gate.
I'm gonna say the upper lip era of the DCEU.
Right. Despite all that, I feel like this was the best version of Superman we had in the DCEU up to that point. Because he felt hopeful. He felt like, despite the weird shit with the fight with the Justice League at the beginning of or end of the second act or whatever, all that aside, I felt like when he actually was getting the opportunity to be Superman, like literally the shot here, Maverick, I'll even pull it back up, because the shot I just showed, this is actually one of my favorite parts from that movie, despite the fact that I don't think it's the best movie ever. It's this shot right here. He's like, hey, he pulls up on Steppenwolf.
That's the I'm a big fan of Justice scene.
Yeah,
right?
he's like, I'm a big fan of. He's like, because it was the whole truth and justice.
Yeah, he was more so, and I hate it, but in that scene, he wasn't really Henry Cavill's portrayal of Superman. That was Superman from the animated series. That's the vibe I got. Or like the Justice
exactly.
cartoon.
Yes,
yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Like, honestly, that scene alone, not only did it put me I'm sorry, I saw those crazy lip pictures. I'm sorry. You know, like the big mouth filter people have? Like, the big mouth filter you can get on, like, Snapchat and shit like that?
Yeah. Bruh.
Somebody did it to Superman.
Yeah, I gotta cut that out. Yeah, right.
I think I found the image for the podcast thumbnail. Anyway, well, no, what I'm saying is that that's the closest I've ever seen anyone get to giving me the same chills that I used to get back in the day with Christopher Reeve as Superman.
Yeah.
Like, because it was kind of like, because when Christopher Reeve played Superman, he was never, like, bombastic. He was always really reserved. He was very, like, he had that calm demeanor that lets you know when he showed up, everything was going to be cool.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt Henry Cavill was bringing to the table in those particular scenes where he was actually getting to be Superman. So I think, yeah, sure, let this guy come back. He can be Superman for the next 10, 20 years if he wants to. I don't care. While I, like, and I will definitely say, when I originally saw Man of Steel, I actually did like Man of Steel, but Man of Steel is one of those movies I've hated more and more with the passage of time. It's kind of like, it's the DC version of Deadpool. For me, when I talk about Deadpool, I'm talking about the first movie. Yeah,
I give you props because you're able to finish the movie. I still have not. I swear it puts me to sleep every time.
It's okay. Let's be real here. It's not like going back and upon rewatches. No, I never make it all the way through. But
did you see it?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Okay.
I just saw it. Good God, y'all.
You know what makes me laugh is you just brought up Christopher Reeve. You just brought up Henry Cavill's portrayal. Bro, what's your problem with Brandon Routh, man?
No. Okay, no. Here, let's first. Okay, here's the thing. I liked Brandon Routh as Superman in Superman Returns. I actually liked his version of Superman, because he also kind of, but here's the thing though, here's the problem, here's the one problem I had with his portrayal of Superman.
Okay.
And it was that,
hit me, give it to me.
I felt like he was like, just, this is gonna feel, especially after everything I just said about what Henry Cavill did, I felt like with Brandon Routh, he was just being, I feel like he was playing Christopher Reeve playing Superman, not playing Superman. Does that make any sense?
It's funny you said that, because a lot of the interviews and shit that I read said that it was supposed to be a pseudo kind of sequel to those movies.
Well, no, it was. It was a sequel. It was a sequel.
Okay.
But the problem, and that's why, like, I kind of let it pass.
Okay.
It does, like, his portrayal didn't bother me. Honestly, the only bad thing I can really say about Superman Returns is that it was kind of boring. Like, it's
your birthday.
No, I mean, but okay, so let me so let's just put this out here. So the Christopher Reeve era of Superman, which was in, Superman 1, which, great movie, classic. Not something I just rushed to go back and rewatch, but fun movie. And then he had Superman 2, which is my personal favorite Superman movie from that era.
That's stuff.
All of, I like both. I like both versions. I'm not partial to, like, here's the thing with when you have like cuts, like a director's cut or whatever. That one's a special case because Donner got to make the movie he wanted to make, but like a lot of times director's cuts are director's cuts for a reason. I just put that out there. Very rarely, Donner cut is a rare situation, but usually director's cuts are director's cuts specifically for a reason. It's for the director to have no restraint. And I like restraint. But then you had Superman 3 with Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Which is a movie I've seen way more times than I care to admit, because I used to watch it a lot as a kid.
That was the first one I saw.
And the thing is, I don't even hate the movie. It's not a good Superman movie. It's kind of dumb. It's actually really dumb. However, has a soft spot in my heart.
Yeah.
If for no other reason than Richard Pryor. Then you had Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, with Nuclear Man. And I used to watch that movie a lot too. Mm-hmm. When I was a kid. It just... I feel like maybe when they were making Superman Returns, I personally felt as though they didn't do enough to set themselves apart from those other movies. Like, yeah, you made a sequel, a spiritual sequel to the original Superman movies, but you didn't really do enough to... Like, you made the movie as if you made it back then, which means Superman's not doing a whole lot. Like, I mean, he's doing stuff, but he's not like now we're in by the time that, when did Superman Returns come out? That movie came out when? God. That was 2006. You made that movie as if you were still making these movies like back in like the 70s and the 80s.
Gotcha.
That's where my problem with it was. I was like, dude, y'all could have went so much harder. Even for 2006, you could have went way harder in the paint with this, and you didn't. That's just me. I don't know. I wanted more. I wanted to get away from Lex Luthor. Like, okay, we've had, I think the only Superman movie in the Revier that didn't have Lex Luthor in it was 3. Mm-hmm. And I think that was just barely. But that said, dude, oh my God, I can't believe I just remembered this movie.
Uh-oh.
You remember Dylan Dog, Dead of Night?
Yeah, I remember that movie. Why'd your mind go Dylan Dog?
No, because I was looking up Superman Returns. It was like, oh, Brandon Routh. And it was like, oh, Dylan Dog. And I was like, oh, Lord. Why y'all reminding me of Dylan Dog? But go ahead.
A Comcast classic right there. That was straight up on demand. You ain't going to the theater big time.
No. Okay, let's go. Let's go back to some of these super chats here. We got plenty of super chats I want to address here before we get too far off of this. We got one from the COBY with the $5 says, "Don't forget in Wonder Woman 1984, she never throws not one punch or kick, almost like Spider-Man in the 90s animated show." I thought, you know what? Now that you say that, it actually kind of reminds me of something, because I was watching the X-Men animated series last night before I went to bed, and I remembered like how it reminded that also in that. If it was somebody who wasn't Sabretooth or a Sentinel or Colossus or Juggernaut, Wolverine rarely ever cut anybody with the butter knives. That's what it kind of reminds me of. The same with the Turtles. Did you ever notice that in Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze? Did you ever notice that?
Notice what?
None of the Turtles use their weapons on any of the foot soldiers except for Michelangelo and Donatello. Like, Leonardo and Raphael don't use their weapons on anybody. And even when Michelangelo and Donatello do it, it's not a lot. Like, it was because they said the first movie was so violent. Parents complained the first movie was so violent.
Because a friend of mine that works at Sony Santa Monica, when he was talking to me about God of War and how you can do violence against like creatures and stuff like that and be graphic, but you really can't. It makes a lot of sense. And it was probably more so for that rating, because those were sharp weapons and you can't really show people getting stabbed and poked and prodded and still be PG. So I can believe that.
Well, yeah, that's why I always tell people, like, when folks complained about the Avengers movies, saying that, like, oh, well, all they ever do is fight robots and aliens, it's because you can be as violent as you want to a robot or an alien, or some otherwise CG generated, CG whatever, creature. But you can't really do that with people. That's why you always have like the robot minions, the alien minions, whatever. I
mean, when people do die, y'all complain about it, because motherfuckers was getting worked left. Well, we didn't even see the people get killed. It was the impression of the people getting killed in Man of Steel, in the OG Justice League movie before the Snyder cut. Folks were dying left and right in them goddamn buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all got really mad about it. So.
Yeah. It's like, man, Superman just letting all these people die. Hey, man, can't be everywhere at once. Sucked with the $4.99 says, happy birthday, Kings. Gunn is sick of it all, and I don't blame him. Hope for no more nonsensical DC movies / a Superman / Clark Kent who can't
act.
Or hope for a Superman / Clark Kent who can act. I mean, Henry Cavill can act. But here's the thing, though. Zack Snyder is a terrible director when it comes to getting good performances out of people.
He has to bring you that. He has to just get that gut punch in there somewhere.
Am I lying?
We've been saying that several times. He is someone who
he's an action director.
Bad script.
Oh yeah.
Or just great actor, bad director. Like
you
need someone good behind him, and then you can see something. Look at look at The Witcher. Look at it was a spy movie he did, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Look at Mission Impossible. When Henry Cavill has good people behind him.
Henry Cavill was the best part of that Mission Impossible movie. He was a standout performer. I mean, not saying everybody else was bad, but I'm just saying he was my favorite part of that Mission Impossible movie.
The one thing people bring up with that Mission Impossible movie is not Tom Cruise. It's the fact that Henry Cavill reloaded his fists to beat the hell out of that dude.
Not only did he reload his fists, he grew a full... Like, he went from having just a mustache to having a full 5 o'clock shadow when he did that. Did you ever catch that? Did you ever catch that in the movie when he did the whole, like, when he was walking up, he only had the mustache, and as he got closer, his facial hair grew. It was almost like the studio would say, nah, we could put a mustache on him. or we can add one, we ain't gonna take it off. But no, LJ Brown with 5 pounds says, Heinberg wrote Wonder Woman with Patty and Jeff, and it's looking like it was a wrong move not for him to write in the franchise. Look what he did with Sandman. I mean, here's the thing. I think, personally, it's very telling when someone writes a movie with help and then goes, and that movie is good, and then goes to write a movie by themselves, and it is bad. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Just saying. Patty can't write. She can shoot a movie. Here's the thing. Patty knows how to make a movie very cinematic. She knows how to make a movie very cinematic. She doesn't know how to make it because honestly, I feel like Maxwell Lord, the character of Maxwell Lord, played by Pedro Pascal, I thought that he was good in that movie in spite of Patty Jenkins. I feel because I feel like honestly, she kind of screwed the pooch on that one by giving him. Maxwell Lord is not supposed to be a likable guy. He's a piece of shit in the comics, but she wrote him in as being likable, and yet it still worked. He was actually kind of too likable, and honestly, I think he was the only character that walked away with a happy ending, other than Diana. Kristen Wiig got drowned, or no, got electrocuted and then drowned. And Pedro Pascal got to walk off in the sunset with his kid that he neglected the entire movie. I'm just saying. But no, said go Conshuri's baby's father with the $5 super chat says, we tired of the white Trevor. Bring Trevor Barnes as well as Wonder Woman's man. Oh God. Look, he said we want the black man. We want her to get blacked up.
With it being my birthday week, I don't mind telling embarrassing things, and plus I've said embarrassing things on here several times. I just talked about Willow at the beginning of the fucking show, not knowing what that was. Do you know for the longest time, and then we can keep going with these super chats, I know you still have to talk about the other stuff we have.
Oh, we still got more. We still got
for an hour and a half. I used to think that Trevor and Rick Flag was the same dude. So anytime I would read Wonder Woman and see him in there,
you thought it was Rick Flag?
And everybody was getting whooped. I'm like, why don't he just call the Suicide Squad? I just read the issue with him.
I mean, he was a nondescript white man in a t-shirt.
He was I thought he was some kind of military dude with how he was dressed. So I'm like, why does he not have the Suicide? Why is the leader of the Suicide Squad piping out Wonder Woman? Why she ain't helping him with the Suicide Squad stuff? I'm sick of Amanda Waller. So just another thing you all can laugh at Carter for not knowing.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I can actually see how you would have made that mistake. I mean, they're just regular men's. Regular men's in an otherwise superhero story. I totally get it. Tubes and One with the $5 super chat says, personally, I'd like if Gail Simone wrote the new trilogy. She, in my opinion, had the best running terms of displaying Wonder Woman's personality and background. I mean, here's the thing. I would rather a Gail Simone write a script for Wonder Woman, because I feel like at least then we wouldn't get fuckery on the level of Steve Trevor's dead ghost taking over the body of some random dude who, now I'm thinking about it, I think might have been the same dude that was in Sandman.
Oh, wow.
Now that I'm going back and thinking about it. But yeah, I just no. God, no. Yeah, I would far much rather have Gail Simone as a writer. I mean, honestly, I feel like if you're going to write these scripts, get some of these people who worked on these damn comics to write this shit.
Boy, that's going to correlate to my recommended this week.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's keep it going so we can get there. GoCon Sherry's baby father with $5 says, I'm glad Jenkins is off. I don't trust her with the Nubia character. I mean, here's the thing. I don't even know that she would have even used Nubia, is the sad part. Like, honestly, I don't think she ever would have used Nubia, because she seemed very disinterested in going that direction. But that also brings us to the max damage that we just got hit for. We got one here from Jonathan Moses, coming to you from NYC with all the cleaning. Wait, did they call Kenny Omega? Did James Gunn call in Kenny Omega? Did he call it the cleaner?
Didn't make that joke earlier, because I thought it was coming.
I'm just saying, man. Look, I'm just saying, the cleaner's in the building. Says, with all the cleaning going on, the entire universe needs one theme, and then have the movies that follow focus on that theme. Keep what works, toss what didn't, and reimagine what has not been done yet. Much respect. Get those likes up. God damn it. Thank you for that, by the way. And I agree 150 billion%. I would even go as far as say 200 billion%. Because the DCEU was rudderless. It was reactionary. If they put something out, they would... Case in point. Do you remember what Man of Steel was supposed to be, Carter?
No.
Man of Steel was supposed to be a realistic take on Superman. Superman in a world where it's reality.
Yeah, that's why, like, the first promo material, it showed him in handcuffs. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
like this is a world where Superman exists in the real world.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be some big fantastical thing.
Yeah.
And not even really originally meant to be a part of a larger universe. And then because of the success of the like the MCU and stuff like that, that was kind of what kind of got DC going. You know, they, like Marvel was doing their thing, kind of started making think, oh, maybe we should, and that's when DC started leaning in that direction. And then that's how you and like once again, it was always reactionary. There was never an actual plan. Remember how whenever they would come out with a movie that did halfway decent, and then they would announce like 13 different movies and TV shows, and then like one of them might come out? It's because they're reactionary. They're just like, oh, y'all like that? Here. Make more of this. What, do you remember?
We can all agree at one point or another, instead of doing their own thing, they were just trying to catch up to Marvel. It's
do you remember the jokes people made about Batman v Superman?
No.
I remember they actually did this on Honest Trailers. You know, they always do, like, you ever watch Honest Trailers?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know how they always make they change the title of the movie to fit whatever joke they want to make about the movie? Mm-hmm. That was what they called the Batman v Superman trailer. They said, Batman v Superman, rush to the Justice League. Rush to get that Marvel money. and I used to say the same shit too. I was like, dude, yeah, I was like, y'all just trying to get that Marvel money. I mean, just to be real. Bang Bang Kill with the $5 super chat says, I'm glad it's over. Zack Snyder got 2 new different franchises on Netflix, and his version of Justice League in black and white and color. Let the DCEU die. Thank you. Yes, please.
All I can say about it is at least he got his Justice League out. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm like,
didn't see this many people holding on to some shit. I don't even remember people holding on to them Schumacher Batman movies. They let that shit go. Let this shit go.
Dude, wasn't nobody trying to keep them. They threw they threw that baby out with the bathwater. John Battle. Wow, this one came up in black. Weird. Usually they come up in like some other color, but whatever, I'll take it. Anyway, I know why. It's because it's not super chat. It is a channel membership. It is John Battle with 19 months in the gold mine of the Blerd Club. Says, happy birthday, fellas. I'm late to the show, but here to show some love. Brothers from another mother. Save me some cake, LOL. Hey, look, we got you.
Are you eating cake for your birthday?
Not today, but tomorrow. We're actually, my wife, I think I've talked about this before. She works nights. Or used to. She's now working. She switched to day shift, and so she actually got up and went to work early this morning. And by the time she gets back, I don't know if we're gonna do anything today. I think we're gonna wait till tomorrow when all of us are just kind of like not doing anything. Also, let's see here. Let's see. We got Oh man, I just saw this is a super chat, but this is the homie Blerd.radio. Our homie Mike Stidham says, I'm on my way out the door. Just wanted to pop in. Wish happy birthday to the mighty Blerd Without Fear. Carter, happy birthday too, whenever your birthday is.
God damn. And I stay watching the Blerd.radio Twitch stream.
Yeah. Hey, look, I always peep in and be watching because
I stay in there watching your green screen clashing with your kitchen sink.
Hey, man, leave them man alone. I love Mike. Mike's one of the homies. We also got Chi-Town here with the Night Skin King with the $5 says, Dear Snyder bots, we'll see Nick Cage's Superman Lives before we bring back Snyderverse. Yours truly, James Gunn.
So
dude, hey, you ain't lied. You have not lied. There's not one lie that was told right there. You will. Nicolas Cage, he of Willy's Wonderland fame, you will see him in that ugly ass wig. Look, actually, no, it won't be called Superman Lives. It'll be called Nick Cage is Superman. That's what it'll be called. Bradford Hogue with the $5 says, to your point, George Lucas, genius that he is not great at dialogue. Very true. He is also not good at character arcs either. Because that is why so many of the characters people love from Star Wars don't do much, because he doesn't write much for them, because the other characters are usually terribly written. I'm actually glad he never wrote much for some of the other characters in his wheelhouse, or in his stable, rather. Dominic Calls with 4 months in the silver mine says, Gunn went Rick James to DC. F yo script. He really did. He really did. He said, fuck that script. You ain't getting shit. Never should have gave y'all nerds money.
I knew it was coming.
Hey, you know it's true though. But let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Because that's not the only thing. So the Keaton Batman movie also got canceled. Carter, did you know about this? Did you know about the Keaton Batman movie that was on the docket?
This is gonna make me mad at me, and it's gonna make a lot of people upset with me. But I did see this, and I wasn't upset about it.
Honestly, neither am I. And you know, I know
it's unfortunate that we have to sit through the Flash to see it again, to see Keaton with the cape and cowl. I really feel bad for us. I feel bad for all of you watching, all of you listening, that you have to sit through this long ass Ezra Miller movie just to see Michael Keaton as Batman. But
that's what you got to do.
Better to get rid of this now and get it out the way so we could have something new.
Look, let me be real with you, Carter. Michael Keaton, when he found out he was getting his own Batman movie, I can tell you right now, this was Michael Keaton right here. Is like, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Then James Gunn came in the building. Now he like, look at him. He like, come on now. He like, come on now. Why y'all doing me like this? But no, Michael Keaton as Batman, which, to be fair, I love Michael Keaton as Batman. I don't like his Bruce Wayne. His Batman is great. His Batman is fantastic. But yeah, y'all go and give up on that. Now, here's the thing. The movie they were going to make, it wasn't going to be just a straight up Batman movie. It was actually going to be a Batman Beyond movie. So this would have been a movie where...
The more you talk about it, it makes me mad it ain't coming. I'm trying to be at peace. I'm trying to just, let's let it go free, come out, like... It's pissed me off now.
Look, well, I mean, but here's the thing, though. This would have been a Batman Beyond for those, like, and once again, I want to put this out here because I know a lot of people have nostalgia, for Batman Beyond. I'm not one of them. I think I've talked about this on multiple occasions. When Batman Beyond came out, I was not actively watching, stuff like it. I was more heavy off into anime back then, but Batman Beyond is what you would have gotten. You would have gotten a Batman Beyond style movie with Terry McGinnis becoming Batman and Michael Keaton playing a retired Batman. So it would have been just like the animated series, more or less. So yeah, that's canceled. Also, you know what else was canceled, Carter? Any future Aquaman movies. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, otherwise known as Aquaman 2. It is canceled.
Ooh,
or not the movie, not the movie, but just anything after it. Go ahead.
Real quick. It's not because of Lobo, people. This is just part of James Gunn starting from scratch. I don't really think Lobo has anything to do with it. I think one person said it, and everybody just ran.
Well, no. So here's the thing. I think there is probably some vague truth to the rumor that Jason Momoa, if he did come back to play Lobo. Like, someone did a mock-up of what it would look like the other day, and when I saw it, I was like, all right, I can see him as the main man. All right, let's go. Let's get him out here. I mean, honestly, like, if you look at Jason Momoa, like, I'm gonna pull this picture here where he's, Arthur Curry. This dude looked like Lobo anyway. This ain't Aqua, bro.
After watching a clip from Stargate Atlantis, it's basically just saying, do that. We just gonna make you blue.
Yeah, right.
Maybe with a little bit of gray in there.
A little bit of gray, and we're gonna put some red contacts on you. But no. Apparently, after Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom, there will be no future Aquaman movies. At least, far as we know. The rumor about him wanting Jason Momoa for Lobo is just that. It's just a rumor. Now, if that is the case, I'd be more than happy to have him as Lobo because I think he would be a far better Lobo than he is an Aquaman. And not even that he's a bad Aquaman. He's actually a decent Aquaman. I think he'd be a better, like I said on Twitter, Jason Momoa not playing Lobo, or rather, Jason Momoa playing Aquaman as opposed to Lobo is a miscarriage of film casting.
Here's a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think we're not getting any more? Because, we looked it up before we started the show. That was the one movie that made $1 billion. Do you think they're more so not doing more because, you made $1 billion for the first one. We don't know if you're going to do that for the second one. You think it's one of those?
I think this is kind of like with the Wonder Woman and Man of Steel situation. I think there's just more deals where they will probably make more Aquaman movies. They just probably won't be tied to the original ones. I think that's what a lot of... I think James Gunn is going to wipe the slate largely clean. Because if you really think about it, James Gunn's movies and TV shows, like just the one of each, because he's only done the one of each, but the Suicide Squad is largely divorced from the DCEU. Like it takes place in the DCEU, but it doesn't really have that many nods to everything else. Peacemaker's kind of the same. I mean, they bring up characters like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, the Justice League, more specifically Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller show up at in the finale of that show. But I mean, other than that, I mean, you could just completely wipe slate clean and no one would notice. Yeah. I think personally. But that's also, what, I kind of feel like maybe it might be a slick way to get around not having this motherfucker in any future movies. Amber Heard, I think this might be a slick way to be like, yeah, we ain't doing no more, you go ahead and go do something else. We ain't doing any more Aquaman movies. And then they give like a wink. Go ahead, get your ass back. What was the other thing? I'm going to go through some, because this is kind of the bigger one. So, Carter, we kind of alluded at it earlier. Black Adam. Mm-hmm. Whoo! Black Adam.
Wait a minute. I didn't see this now. Wait a minute. What?
So, apparently, we may not be getting any more Black Adam movies. Black Adam, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the great one.
Much as but he ain't done this for them. He didn't do this for his own Fast and Furious spinoff.
No, he didn't. Look,
he was caping for this hard body.
Oh yeah,
oh my God.
I mean, to the point that he literally put on a cape in this movie.
To the point where he spoiled the after credit scene for everybody before the movie came out.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So, apparently, Black Adam, much as the image I'm showing you now, for all intents and purposes, bombed at the box office. Now, I say that. It made a lot of money.
Biggest box office of Dwayne Johnson's anything. He lets you know that shit on every Twitter post.
Oh, yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing I think people aren't paying attention to with this, is that the movie, while it made a lot of money, it was also really expensive. Now, yeah, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson did put some tweets and some Instagram posts out talking about how the movie made a tidy profit. That's actually not true. Mm-hmm. Other sources have revealed that Black Adam, at the time of this stream, has only made back its budget and quotey fingers some of its marketing cost, which is, as far as we know, is projected at being anywhere between $190 to $230 million. And that's not including the marketing cost. Currently, the film sits at about roughly $385 million worldwide, with experts saying that $390 million is the most it will make in its theatrical run because it is about to go to HBO Max and leave theaters. For comparison, because, yeah, this is what we do, Black Adam came out about, a week before Wakanda Forever? Well, for comparison, Wakanda Forever has made $738.2 million worldwide so far. Now, granted, I know we don't want to.
Frantic World said Black Adam got the rock bottom.
Wait. Rock bottom, rock bottom, rock bottom. No, he didn't catch the rock bottom. He got hit with that Stone Cold Stunner from, was it WrestleMania 14?
Oh,
what WrestleMania was it where he caught that Stone Cold Stunner and he did a backflip and hit the ropes?
Nigga, shit, that's damn near every stunner he played. That motherfucker should have been a cheerleader and bring it on for the amount of flips and cartwheels he do when he take a stunner.
That dude took that man took a nasty Look, let me look. Wait a minute. No, hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. I gotta pull it up.
Patrick World, you on a roll today, bro.
Yeah, look,
You
look.
on a roll.
Let me tell you something. This what The Rock caught. That's what he just caught. He done caught one of them.
Oh man, I feel bad for you people listening on Apple Music and all this other shit because you all didn't see it. It was great.
It was good. Great. It was yes. Oh yes. It was. We just showed a. I just showed a little a GIF of Rock catching that Stone Cold Stunner. But yeah. Anyway. Here. Let's see here. Let's see here. What? Oh. Yeah. Here's the other part of this, though. There were other problems as well. Apparently, The Rock pissed off the execs at DC.
DC execs.
The DC execs like, nah. Look, hey, wait, hold on. We gonna need you to stay right here so you can catch this L. Look, hey, y'all. Hawkman has finally defeated Black Adam. Hawkman has finally Hawkman got the last laugh apparently in his war with Black Adam because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson did, in fact, catch that ultimate L in this with this movie because apparently the execs of Warner Brothers were upset with him for overhyping the movie. They did not appreciate that he overhyped everything. And by the way, also, I forgot to add this part. Analysts are now saying Black Adam is slated to lose $100 million, largely attributed to marketing cost. So, yeah. So, there's that. But, apparently, yeah, they were pissed at him for overhyping the Black Adam movie, as well as overhyping Henry Cavill's return as Superman in the post-credits scene, because whereas in some cases, some people think that the overhyping or that the Warner execs felt the overhyping hurt the movie by making it to where people didn't have a reason to go see it now that they knew that Cavill was going to be in the post-credit scene and nowhere else in the film. Other people said that it may have set an unrealistic expectation for the rest of the film, and that it made people go see a movie for reasons that ended up resulting in poor critic scores. There's lots of reasons behind that, but we also know James Gunn reportedly isn't interested in a Black Adam sequel either, or at least this is what has been said by people who claim to be close to the situation. Now, I've said all that.
Yeah.
Black Adam still technically has a chance to be successful post-theatrical release, because if it's only going to lose $100 million, it could easily make that up in DVD, Blu-ray sales, VOD, merchandising, things of that nature. It still wouldn't be good. It would be breaking even. But for a movie of that size and magnitude, the cost, $230 million just in the budget alone, not marketing, just the budget to make the movie is very high. That is very high.
We can make our jokes about everything that Dwayne Johnson did. But I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. It's a DC movie with him and Superman in it. And to be perfectly honest, I'm 100% certain he is the main reason there were a lot of asses in those seats. For them to try to sit here and be like, nah, you do it, bruh, stop. Stop.
Yeah. I'm just like, look. I will say this: we don't have any word on, at least not yet. Ooh, hold on. I'm saving something for later.
You scared the shit out of me. I thought stream.
No. I saw an article about the devs for Midnight Suns. I saw an article on the carousel of this website that was talking about the explanation of how Venom plays into the story as a playable character with the DLC. I'm saving that for later. That's for me, nobody else but me. But no, we have no word on whether Shazam, Fury of the Gods, which is the Shazam 2, whether or not it's going to get the same treatment as Aquaman, that it will be the last film in its franchise. That would suck if it was. Well, depending on how good or bad that movie is. But I don't know how that's going to work out. We don't know anything. Nothing has really been said about Shazam for the most part as far as the whole DC Studios restructuring thing is happening. All the people that have been begging James Gunn to restore Batgirl, I don't think you're going to get that. That movie was legitimately deleted, though I do know that it has been said there are people who are rumored to have gotten into the servers and gotten a copy of it before it was deleted, so who knows? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Don't expect James Gunn to bring back random and sundry this because fan campaigns and petitions asked him to. I don't think you're going to see that anytime soon. The one sad thing that has not been talked about, Carter, and much to my own personal chagrin, you know we still gonna have to deal with... Oh, Lord. Carter, you know we still gonna have to deal with this motherfucker, right?
You couldn't even finish it.
you know we still gonna have to deal with Ezra Choke-a-Bitch Miller. You know that, right?
Man, at this point, I'm gonna ask. And I'm gonna ask it live.
Go right ahead, sir.
Do we have to go see this in theaters and talk about it the same week as the case?
I mean, I don't
feel
want
like that's
to.
Gonna be... There you go.
I don't want to, but I'm going to, just to have something to talk about. But honestly, a part of me almost kind of wants to say, no, I don't want to go see it.
I wish we could just chalk that one up to, you know what?
Can we charge it to the game?
Yeah, let's start back Blerd got game. Let's just play Hunt that day, bro.
We're gonna play Hunt. Look, we're gonna play Hunt Showdown and try and get some dubs.
This is like when you and I'm not saying this actually happened to you, but it's like if you were trying to, before you got married to your wife, you know, you were trying to go out someplace with her, but she had to bring that one friend along. You just couldn't stay.
Oh yeah, no, F that noise.
We got to sit through this to get to this. I got to sit through Ezra to get Batflick and Michael Keaton. You got to sit here with this ugly chimp of a woman just to talk to the woman of your dreams you really trying to holler at. Like, bro, I
mean, yeah. I'm not a fan either. I'm not a fan either. But I want to talk about something real quick before we move on to our recommendations for the week.
Okay.
And that is a tweet that James Gunn put out a couple of days ago in response to all the news that came out. And I saved it for last because I wanted to use this as a way to put everything we've talked about here in perspective. So let's go over to it. Here it is, right here. Mm-hmm. James Gunn, in a thread, posted, "So as for the story yesterday in Hollywood Reporter, some of it is true. Some of it is half true. Some of it is not true. And some of it, we haven't decided yet whether it's true or not." He goes on to say, although this first month at DC has been fruitful, building the next 10 years of story takes time, and we're still just beginning. Peter, referring to Peter Safran, co-head of DC Studios, says, "Peter and I chose to helm DC Studios knowing we were coming into a fractious environment, both in the stories being told and in the audience itself, and there would be an unavoidable transitional period as we moved into telling a cohesive story across film, TV, animation, and gaming. But in the end, the drawbacks of that transitional period were dwarfed by the creative possibilities and the opportunity to build upon what has worked in DC so far and to help rectify what has not. He goes on to say, we know we are not going to make every single person happy every step of the way, but we can promise everything we do is done in the service of the story and in the service of the DC characters we know you cherish and we have cherished our whole lives. As for more answers about the future of the DCU, I will sadly have to ask you to wait. We are giving these characters and stories the time and attention they deserve, and we ourselves still have a lot more questions to ask and answer.
It's going to be really messed up, but I really cannot wait to see the first project under this James Gunn umbrella that gets released that has his fingerprints and the other co-CEO's fingerprints all over, to see if it's really true what he's saying. I can't wait to see whatever this comes to be, but at the same time, he is going to be judged, and they're going to be judged so hard on this first go round. It's gonna be ridiculous, because people hearing all of that, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna give you my assessment of this. My assessment is this: I think the Superman rumor, half true. I think this. Yeah, Man of Steel is canceled. They will bring back Superman, and they'll bring back Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yeah,
I think that will happen. I think Wonder Woman 3, 100% true. 100% true. I think Black Adam 2, I don't think they have... I think that is kind of where you get to the what we have and have not decided are true or not yet. I will say Aquaman, half true.
Okay.
I'll say Aquaman might be half true. And honestly, the whole thing as far as like Momoa and Lobo, I think that's just internet speculation. Though I will say, you mentioned something, Carter, and I want to use this as an opportunity to highlight a tweet that someone replied, because this is where I want to divorce you all of whatever it is that you think.
No, we've been together too long. You can't quit me. That's what a lot of
right. Look, right. Look here, no. This right here.
Yeah.
This guy comes in and says, James Gunn, all we're asking is for Zack's vision to be completed and a proper send-off to the characters. If a reboot is what you want, that's fine. Just please finish Zack's vision. It's what we've been invested in for years and want the final payoff. And I love the reply that has way more likes than the actual reply to what James said. No, we are not. Zack moved on, so should you. That is my reply to the Snyder stands as well. And here's the thing. You are not owed Zack's final vision. You're not owed it. You are not owed that vision. And if you want that vision, guess what? That's what they call, like that's what fan fiction is for. If you want Zack's vision, write it yourself. If Zack Snyder has moved on to other things, yes, you should move on too. If you want to support Zack Snyder, go watch Rebel Moon. I'm sure it will be mediocre as fuck.
What the fuck is Rebel Moon?
You don't remember the movie that's going to be starring box office smash artist Ray Fisher as Blood Axe?
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Rebel Moon. For those that don't know, Rebel Moon is the Star Wars
animes behind.
No. Rebel Moon is the movie that was supposed to be a treatment for a Star Wars movie that Zack Snyder wrote that got rejected. And he decided...
Whoa, animes, wait a minute.
I didn't mean for it to come out that way. Truth be told, I have no beef with anime. I just don't like a lot of the anime that's coming out right now. It's not doing anything for me. But that said, That said, I will say that.
Yes, sir.
Let's move on to our recommended. Well, actually, before we do that, we have some. I think we have some super chats and stuff I want to get to first before we.
Okie dokie.
Before we actually do said the thing. Let's go to. Let's see here. We did that one. Here's one. Oh, we did that one. We did that one. Actually, oh, here we go. We got Talali House with the 12 months in the silver mine, says, to quote Kronk, Yzma, it's your birthday. Oh my God. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Thank you for that, though. We appreciate you. We also got another one here from Sidious Black with the 18 months in the diamond mine. God damn. Says, happy birthday, Blerd Carter. You guys make every Saturday something to look forward to. I'm looking forward to the New Year episode of the Blerd Cave. Can we have a vote on Blerd Coa favorite comic of the year? You know what?
Ooh.
We can do that. I know we will definitely be doing the top 5, not top 5, but the top like our top 10 of the year, and we'll be doing like our awards and whatnot. So that'll definitely be something.
This is me speaking it into existence, and Ernie has no clue I'm about to say this.
Okay.
But I think it would be dope if Blerdgasm got back together for that one.
I mean, we could try it. We can see. I don't want to speak for Rob or Dope. But
no.
I mean,
but I think that would be cool if we all just gave our comics of the year. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, no, I'm not against that at all. Matter of fact, I'll reach out. See what they say. Like I said, I know it's gonna depend on timing, because I know, a lot of times people, they go out, they do their own things. We may not do it
live.
Well, no, I was gonna say that is also a possibility. If we don't do it live, or if we can't do it live for whatever reason, if we want to try and get it out like quickly, I would say we could probably I could reach out to them, maybe schedule somewhere we could do like do a recording and do it that way. I also think we could very well potentially I think we could very well potentially do something along the lines of maybe post New Year's. I would love to do it before, but if we can't, it's understandable.
We do need a better name than Blerdgasm. Nobody except me. It's just that was the first thing I thought of, because I thought of the thumbnail that Ernie made. He referred to the whole thing as Blerdgasm.
Well, yeah, because I only did it because that was the week the Hero Gasm episode came out. But and it was something we did kind of vaguely end up talking about for a little bit. But yeah, no, it's something that I could see happening. I could see it happening. Like, matter of fact, here, let's do this. I will put that in the notes.
Boy got so much shit in that room, couldn't even find a notepad.
Well, actually,
that room is scary big for you all that don't know. Like, no, that was gonna sound very, very inappropriate. There is so much stuff in that room, like, bro.
There's
the red room is a motherfucker, bro.
Oh yeah, no, it's well, and the thing is, it would actually feel like a bigger room too if I didn't have so much shit in it. Like, because if I actually didn't have this table back here, which I'm actually I've been putting off taking apart because I haven't used it for anything except to hold other shit up. Once I take that down, this room would be even bigger. While you're writing that down, I'll read these other super chats. We got $20 from Nick D saying, "Happy birthday, gentlemen! It's always a pleasure hanging with you guys in the cave." F Savage Dragon, you are absolutely right, sir. Somebody tried to ask me if I wanted a movie for Savage Dragon. I almost spit on them. Robo Strange with the Blerd Club Silver for 19 months. Aquaman, who? If you're not Namor, you ain't shit. I mean, that's true. This motherfucker.
I guess we gotta throw some Hadoukens in the chat for the Talokans. We got a $2 super chat from Jason Davis saying Vin Diesel got the last laugh for now. I mean, they are on what, Fast 10 coming out?
Fast 10 is supposed to be the last one. Yeah. That sounds about right. Fast 10 is the supposedly final movie. Yeah, we'll see. They had to end on an even number.
Yeah, we got another hot and ready from Little Caesars from BS Filter. We got $5 saying, happy birthday, brother. May you act like a whole pinky from Friday on your special day. God bless you, your family, and friends. I think that's to you, Ernie, because I'm in LA by my goddamn self. I had to call my sister on Thanksgiving and tell her to mail me a plate. She hung up on me. To Lolly House with another $5. Saying, celebrating my niece's sweet 16 today. Happy birthday, lady.
Dude.
Can y'all help me wish Olivia a happiest of birthdays, Blerd Cave?
Oh, most certainly we can. As a matter of fact, we wish you not just the happiest of birthdays, but your sweet 16 is supposed to be like the special. It's supposed to be like your probably other than your 18th and your 21st, but like it's supposed to be that very special birthday. It's like we're just everything is coming together. You're finding your place in the world. You're getting that much closer to starting your journey as an adult. And
parents are gonna start telling you it's time for you to put in on these bills.
That they're probably gonna tell you're gonna have to get a part-time job. You have to get a paper. They don't do paper routes anymore, but you have to start babysitting somebody. But no, in all seriousness though, I definitely think that that at that point, that was a huge turning point in my life. Even just as a guy, when I turned 16, it seemed like the world just kind of opened itself up, and I hope that I hope for you that it's the same, and I hope that not only do you have a sweet 16, but I also hope that every trip around the sun is better than the next.
What'd you do for your 16?
Oh, man. When I was 16, I don't know if I can talk about what I did when I was 16.
I can't either, bro.
I don't. No. I can't talk about all of it because some of it was illegal. But just know that for my 16th, I went on a really awesome camping trip with my girlfriend at the time. And some of our mutual friends, and I'm so surprised that we didn't wind up in a horror movie.
Oh wow!
Because of where we were hanging out. But yeah, we basically, the stuff people do in horror movies when they go camping out in the woods, and there's some crazy redneck murder torture family out there. I'm almost shocked that didn't happen to us because we were not far from. We passed a house that eerily looked like the Thompson house, or actually I think what's now referred to, I think they changed the name of it recently. I think what is it called now? I think they renamed it. You
will remember this, and whoever's in the chat that's been to Memphis way back when, you'll remember this, and this is all I'll say about my Sweet 16. Denim and Diamonds.
There you go. D&D. That the other D&D, not the.
That's all I can say about my birthday. Denim and Diamonds. If you don't know, don't even worry about it. If you do,
don't look, don't look it up. Don't look it up. Denim and Diamonds. Dude, I remember that used to be the place. Well, I don't think neither one of us were old enough for this place, but what was that? It was Classic Hits.
Yeah,
that was a place like old place. We old enough now.
That's what we're supposed to be at now. Classic Hits.
Yeah, we supposed to be at Classic Hits nowadays. All I'm doing right now, I'm going back and making sure we didn't miss.
Yeah.
I'm going back and making sure we didn't miss anything.
Ooh, if I see you at Classic Hits when I get back, just
look, holding up that drink because they got the 2-drink minimum.
Yeah, you trying not to bust your ass on them roller skates.
Look, hey man. I will. No, it looks like we caught everything. I think we caught everything. Yeah, so that said, I think we're caught up on Super Chats, I believe. Yeah, we're caught up on Super Chats. We're caught up. Let's get into yep. I was supposed to skip to that earlier, so I missed that opportunity. There you go. Right. Anyway, let's get to our recommendations.
Yep.
For the week, Carter, I'm gonna let you kick it off.
when you were talking about Gail Simone earlier, when you need to start letting these comic book writers get in these films, I'm
Yes.
going the other direction.
Okay.
We need to let the people that make these properties that have been on TV, let them have a swing at making them in comics. And what I'm talking about is my recommendation this week, Gargoyles #1 from Dynamite.
Oh, yeah, that did come out this week.
Written by the creator of Gargoyles,
Mm-hmm.
Greg Weisman.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
A continuation of the Gargoyles TV series. Just a really, really good first issue. It's like you coming fresh off the TV and you right back on the TV watching a new episode. There was a lot of stuff that went on in Gargoyles I did not know about because
Really?
I had seen the series,
Mm-hmm.
but when they changed it to the Goliath Chronicles,
That was when it went to ABC.
It went. No, it was on ABC for the. It was on the ABC for Gargoyles. When they did the Goliath
UPN
Chronicles
for me.
for me, it wasn't on ABC anymore. It went to Disney Channel.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I didn't see any of the Goliath Chronicles
Got
because
you.
they took that and put the Mighty Ducks cartoon on there.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you
in place of it.
I'm gonna tell you what you missed. You didn't miss anything. If the
Oh,
okay, a lot of the Goliath Chronicles, I think that was the one that was like the shorter season. When that was like that was
Okay.
the third season, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was when basically all they did was rehash shit from like the previous season.
But
They
I'm gonna tell you,
rehashed the hunters and all that shit.
spoiler alert, but I didn't realize that Goliath and Eliza was getting it in.
Oh yeah. Towards the end, they kind of implied that something was happening there.
Yeah.
Towards the end, I
So yeah, really great first issue. It's the creator of this series writing it, so you don't have to worry about there being any kind of diminishing quality or anything like
No.
that. Just a really good first issue. But yeah, that's my recommended. Gargoyles #1. I can't wait for #2. I recommended a Dynamite book. I never thought I'd recommend a Dynamite book. But yeah, that's my recommended this week.
Man.
What you got, Ernie?
Dynamite. No, for me, oh man, honestly, I'm gonna probably say, no, I have to do it. I wanted to not do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't give a shit. This is my show. I do what I want.
Midnight Suns.
No. I was
Oh, okay.
I was trying not to recommend something that was going to be on the top 5 is what I was attempting to do. But that is sadly not going to be the case cuz mine is Do a Power Bomb.
I knew it was coming. That's why I didn't
Number
recommend
7.
it. Yes, that was fire.
Do a Power Bomb. Lord have mercy, this was so damn good. Oh
I
my
wish the Lord
God.
had mercy on them in that ring, boy.
Ooh, dude, the Lord, look, let me tell you something. If you could take, for those of you who are like ECW heads, y'all remember Joey Styles? If you could like take the times that he said, "Oh my God," and marry it to all the times that Jim Ross said, "By God," you marry them together and turn it into a wrestler. That was God in Do a Powerbomb #7. I don't want to say too much. I've already said too much, technically. If you've been reading this series, you know. And if you haven't, you about to know. But Cobra Steel, that tag team, my God, they went 2-on-1 with the great one. And let me tell you something. You're gonna see Doomsday. You're gonna see what was it they used to call the Devastation device, which is what FTR used to call when they were WWE. You're gonna see Doomsday devices. You're gonna see Tiger Driver 98s. You are gonna see one-winged angels off the top rope. Not just one, but double one-winged angels off the top rope. You are gonna see wrestling maneuvers that you normally would only see in New Japan Pro Wrestling, but you are, and maybe occasionally on NXT, more often than not, on AEW, just largely because a lot of New Japan wrestlers who go there. It's amazing. I love this book. This book was, honestly, this easily is one of the best books of the year. Easily. I would actually say this might actually be the best comic of the year. I'm gonna go back through some stuff before I say that 100%. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you are a wrestling fan and a comic fan, and you have not read Do a Powerbomb, you have done yourself a grave injustice.
The one thing I will tell you all about Do a Powerbomb is this last issue that came out was the final issue. Mm-hmm. So it's one complete story. And that pissed me off the first time I read it. That's what I didn't want to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Was that this was the end of that entire thing.
Yeah.
And I got really mad because I'm like, why do that? There's so much more to do. And then I remembered another book that Daniel Warren Johnson wrote and did the art for.
Wonder Woman Dead Earth? You motherfucker. I knew he was going to find a way to do it.
So when I think about it like that, I say, you know what? This was a complete story. And I wasn't that mad not to see anything else because it had a beginning, a middle, and an end. Do a Powerbomb had a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it gets kind of emotional at the end there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. It's very emotional. It's very emotional.
So, yeah, that book is too good.
Yeah.
Do a Powerbomb is too good.
Yes, it's too good. Also, I want to give a shout out. I gotta give a shout out to my wife.
Oh, shit.
Who in the chat just dropped $2 wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you, my love. Thank you. That is my wife. She was goodly enough to.
You're gonna beat that $2 out of you had I sent that shit in the mail with that other name.
yeah, please don't do that. 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 But no, thank you. That is the love of my life, the light of my life, mother of my child. And thank you. That means a lot. Because I think she's supposed to be at work right now. She in here sneaking in here, unless she's home and I just didn't catch it. But no. Let's go to our. We have another super chat in here. Man, the homie Robo Strange out here with the 199 says, "Smash the like button. It's free." Goddamn right it is. Y'all better get on that, please. Please do not make me bust out the smooth jazz. I don't want to do it. I see we got 271 motherfuckers in here and only 199 likes. Let's get them up, y'all. Please and thank you. Let's do it.
Birdtown Music Group saying she keeping tabs.
Look, hey, look. She know. We also got one. We also got the 2420 from the Jiggernaut.
Name, dog.
Actually, I love that name. I'm the Jiggernaut, bitch. No, we got what it says. Happy birthday, guys. If you're gonna will anything into existence, will Bashenga, the first Black Panther. Hey, yeah, I have as well. I mean, hey, I'm down. I'm not against it.
Is it a fan-made thing?
It's yes, it was I saw it on YouTube the other day. But it was a video someone put up. It was like I think it was a fan-made video basically kind of chronicling Bashenga. So yeah, if you're going to will anything into existence, that would be the one. If there was any I'm trying to see if I could pull up some images from it. I don't because I'm not gonna play it. It's because it's a pretty sizable thing. Here's actually one thing from it right here. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna pull up a couple of things actually.
look what the missus just put in the chat.
Here, let me see. No point sending money out of our account. I mean, it's true. It's very true.
The whole circle.
I mean, hey,
just to hand it to you.
It's like he could be like, here, take that. I I mean, she's not wrong. She is not incorrect. She is not incorrect by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But no, here I found some images
Okay.
of this. Now, granted, this is like from the thumbnail, I think, from I mean, like I said, because I'm not playing the video. But here's one image right here that looked pretty fire, and then there's also this right here, which also looked really cool. And where was the other one? Yeah, here's another shot. I think kind of very similar shot right here. Like I said, these are all things I think if Marvel wanted to mine their own, because for those that don't know, Bashenga is actually a character from the comics. It's not like something that was made up. Bashenga is in fact the like that's the if you go back and I know for Carter his mileage with this has varied, but no, I'm just talking about the character of
Bashenga?
Of Bashenga. Yes.
Okay.
But Bashenga is actually a character from the Marvel Comics universe. Is an actual character. And I want to say I think might also be the same character. I don't know if they ever actually give the character's name, but technically he is that is the same character, I imagine, in the Avengers of 1 million BC. Because that is also the first Black Panther. But let's see here. What else we got? We also got one, dude, Gillavi with the 27 months in the gold mine says, "Happy Born Day with the crown." We appreciate you. Thank you for that, King. Thank you for that. You the real king. You the real king. Let's see here. What else we got right here? What else we got? Okay, you know what? I think we're caught up. So let's go ahead and get into our questions from the Discord.
Okay.
This was from the homie Melvin. Says, first and foremost, let me raise my drink to two brothers who are entering a new age in their life and are fellows of the December Disciples.
That's
I like
kind of
that.
fresh.
I like
that.
Fresh. I like that. I've never been called a December disciple before. I like it. As I am also turning the big 40 this 18th, but let me get to the question, which, by the way, happy birthday to you as well. Also, 40 trips around the sun for myself as well. I empathize. What are 6 memorable things you will hold close to your heart from this year? Bless y'all, and remember what Cap said. Stay loyal to nothing else but the game.
That picture is still in my phone, saved. I look at it daily and laugh my ass off.
Look, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have it saved in my cat. Like, okay, so I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I have in my possession.
Yeah.
I have in my possession folders for each thing that I cover on the channel. And I actually had the original saved on my computer. Because once again, it's one of my favorite Captain America quotes. Actually, probably my all-time favorite Captain America quote. But when that one came up, I saved it.
Yeah, I was so happy that somebody did that for me. Like that's probably one of the coolest things. Like for me, that was dope. That was so dope.
So yeah, there you go. Y'all can see it now. I changed it. Now it's the one that says the game. So yeah, that is easily one of my favorite things. And technically, and I guess while we're here talking about it, it says for the six memorable things from this year that I hold dear in my heart. These may seem like small things for me, but I can run through them pretty quickly. One, I'm grateful for my daughter, and not just my daughter, but more specifically, how people perceive my daughter. And so for those who don't know, my daughter recently started taking she recently joined a chess club. She loves chess. And and technically myself and my mother, we kind of play with a lot. Her mother plays with her too from time to time. But one of the things I really loved was my wife was telling me this the other day. When she took her to the chess club thing, that they were the instructor, she was talking to them and about her ability at chess. And my wife said, "Oh, well, how good is she?" And she's like, "Well, she's not bad. She's good. She's not like great. She's not as good as the other kids that are in the club. But unlike the other kids in the club, she actually thinks about what she wants to do." Like he was talking about how the other kids in the club, they just move shit. But like she actually takes time to consider her movements and actually tries to come up with a plan. And I was like,
how you just low-key shitted on those other kids just for moving.
Hey, a hit dog will holler. But no, I appreciate the perception. I love that. I love how, it's always a blessing to know that the way you raised your child is other people see the things you want them to see in your kid.
Yeah.
And that's something I always want people to see my child is thoughtful and thinking about the things that she wants to do before actually doing them. I will also say I'm grateful for one, all of the support that you all give each and every Saturday. Almost, I would actually dare say without fail. The love, support, and the energy, the time, everything that you guys give every single week. I mean, that's pretty fucking awesome. I'm also grateful for, or not grateful. These sound more like things I'm grateful for, but these are the things I find memorable. These things that always stick with me. Also, memorable is waking up one day and realizing I've been married for a good while. Me and my wife, we've been together for like a clip. For those to put it in perspective, I think we're about to encroach upon 2023. So my wife and I have been together, started dating like back like in 2009 ish.
Okay.
But we have been married since 2015.
Okay.
And so as we've been sneaking up on on dates and everything. Like we're looking at, I think, was that 6 years now? Or no, not 6. God, no, that's actually more than that. We're actually like 7 or 8 years now married. So yeah, fucking amazing. Love it. Also, another memorable thing that I can talk about is I'm no longer.
One time, Robo and I are on the same page.
Yeah.
And Robo read my face because a clip, a minute. That sounds like an old motherfucker that can't remember that number.
Yes, that's true. I couldn't remember. I had to think about it.
Man, we've been together for a grip.
Like, no. Well, no, to be fair, my wife didn't know either. She actually got it wrong the other day too, so I don't feel too bad about it. But
you see another super chat that say, "Give me my $2 back." Don't get mad.
Look, I'm just saying. But no. So the other thing would be, I'm no longer affiliated with Frederator. So there's that. That was memorable. Loved it because it was such an.
Are you still wanting to do that?
I mean, maybe we'll see. Yeah. I'll bring it up eventually. But yeah, that in and of itself is memorable. Another thing that is memorable is that while I have not had the best luck in terms of health diagnosis as of late, I did find it very memorable that I finally get to sleep normally. This was the year that I got to sleep normally for the first time in like ever.
Lucky fucker.
Because sleep apnea, it's a thing. And then I don't know. Was that 5? Is that 5 or is that or was that 4? I honestly don't remember. I wasn't keeping track.
I just know that I wouldn't be able to top those, so I'm gonna let my cup pass on it.
Oh well, okay. There's that. Also memorable moments. Speaking of, is getting to have Rob from Comics Explained and Dope Spill from Dope Spill on the channel. Yeah, that was like just for one, Rob just showing up and be like, "Hey, let me in." Like he's Eric Andre or some shit. Like, let me in. And then of course, within like a week or two, or I think the very next week, having both Rob and Dope on. So it was both. Those could both be my 5 and 6 respectively.
I've always said it like a joke, and then you will be the first one to correct me and say it's not a joke, but we somebody.
Yeah, we somebody.
And I always say it as a joke, and then certain things will happen, and you like, Carter, no, we are legit. Like, Donnie Cates and Comics Explained, like...
I mean, hey, we're somebody. Also, Dan Slott recognizes game.
What do you mean?
No, Dan Slott. I know he keeps up.
Oh wow.
Also, Reggie Hudlin and Dennis Cowan, they keep up. They know who we are. We somebody. I would even dare say also Gail Simone. Gail Simone knows who we are.
Yeah.
So there you go. We somebody. I'll also read this one too, because this is actually more from last week from Qdama. Says, heard a rumor that Quasar might be in the new Ant-Man movie, and it might be William Jackson Harper. The other possibility is he may be an alternate version of Reed Richards. What do you think? It actually has been revealed who William Jackson Harper may be potentially playing, and it's not a Quasar. I don't think he's a Reed Richards either. The character that they ended up, the leak that got out, I don't even know if it's true, but it wasn't a character anyone would know.
Mailman, real quick, just brought up a good point, but like Campia coming in here.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Actually, make that another one. Make that another one. John Campia. Actually, we'll make Rob and Dope collectively just one memory, but even though it was two separate things. But yeah, John Campia, same thing.
Like that's
which is also, you know what? I haven't talked about this in a long time, but speaking of people just showing up and recognizing game is Andre from Black Nerd Comedy. He actually rated me once on Twitch, and he's actually when I used to stream on Twitch more regularly, he rated me once, and sometimes would occasionally pop into the chat and say something. So once again, I always tell people, you never know who watches you. You never know. We got another one here. Robo Strange says, either of you hear what's going on with Aftershock and Valiant not paying their artist?
No, I have not. Don't you ruin Valiant for me, boy. I did not hear about this. I love Valiant. Don't tell me that.
Yeah, actually, I have a tweet pulled up here. I'm going to pull up the tweet. This is it right here. This is from Alex DeCampi. And they said, this is Aftershock Comics. They owe friends of mine tens of thousands, and I've been doling out contact details of California lawyers for the arts, like it was Christmas candy. This is shameful behavior, and people need to know. Also, their rights deal sucks. Now, some of these people, they're not giving out their names, but we have some tweets here that they've screenshot and removed so you can't see who it was. But it says, has it become industry standard to pay creators ridiculously late for their work? I've struggled all year with all the large companies I work for to get paid on the agreed time. I'm talking months late. It's sad how nervous I am to even talk about this publicly in fear of, and this goes to the next one, it says, I've had 2 books completely fall apart this year because of late payments, one of which took me over a year of dedicated research to even script. Said publisher then optioned one of my books without telling me or the team at the time, and still said they couldn't pay. That is wild.
That's crazy.
Because, if and I don't have any reason to believe none of this is true. I think it is true. If this is true, Valiant and Aftershock need their ass whipped. But that's just me. I'll answer this one only because I can do this one really quickly, even though I already answered a question from them that came from the previous week. But is it possible that the old Dark Beast will return to the X Comics? He already did. He was in Immortal X-Men #9. Head floating in a jar. He's alive. He ain't dead. He ain't gone nowhere. He never left. We also got the Elite X1 says, either of you been reading that latest Avengers arc, current day and prehistoric Avengers versus the multiversal Masters of Evil? Doom Supreme is not playing games. OG Starbrand got fucked up. Yes, I have been reading it, and yes, the OG Starbrand got the brakes beat off his ass.
Wow.
I do actually, I recommend it. I know you don't care about Jason Aaron's Avengers, but I've stuck with that book since issue 1, and I've enjoyed it immensely, especially in light of some of the callbacks that are happening lately right now with Ghost Rider and Robbie Reyes from the Challenge of the Ghost Riders arc, everything going on the prehistoric Avengers. I love it. So, yeah, me personally, I recommend it. It may not be for everybody, but it's for me. Ed Boy in the Cut, this will be the last one from the Discord, then we're going to get to the Super Chats and chat in the Discord here. Says, Ed Boy in the Cut, says, will y'all ever do a live Blerd Cave show somewhere? Like rent a place out, sell tickets, etc.? Would love to meet everybody in person and just have fun, to be honest. You know,
I don't think we that big.
I mean, you know, honestly, I think with a little bit of growth, I think we could do it. If we get to a point where I feel comfortable that we could do something like that, I would be perfectly fine with doing it. It's no secret I'm a huge fan of Double Toasted, what used to be Spill.com. I'm a Spillio from way back. And I never got to go to any of their live stuff. It's something I always wanted to do, just I never got around to. I would love to do something like that, where we could do like a live show and, you know, me, Carter, we can come together, do a live Blerd Cave, a live show, live something. Maybe
you all
even
can actually hear me this time, because it's still fucking. I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah,
but
go
it
ahead,
still fucking annoys me because it was so cool to like surprise you all with that Blerd Cave when I flew back home, and just to know I can't sit still. That's always been a fucking problem of mine. I can't sit still.
Yeah.
And me doing all this bullshit here, I didn't realize his mic was not picking up some of the shit that I was saying, because I went back and watched it. I just got really tilted. Really
to be fair, I think what happened is that you were sitting just far enough back because it is a boom mic. It picks up really well. However, it doesn't pick up that well from far back. So, like, I think if you would have been a little bit closer, I think you would have been good. Also, I did see here, Nick D said, "Do we miss his super chat?" I think we got you. Yeah, you said, "Happy birthday, gentlemen. It's always a pleasure hanging with you guys in the cave. F Savage Dragon," right? Yeah. Carter read it. Yeah. Carter read it. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I actually remember because we talked about Savage Dragon. My ass, when I heard, the funny thing is when you read it and said Savage Dragon, I wasn't even thinking about the comic. For some reason, my mind went to Savage Garden. I don't even know why. I was like, damn, man, why are you hating on the Chick Cherry Cola so much? They just wanted a Chick Cherry Cola. But if we could do a live one with, like, we maybe bring in guests, that would be cool. That we probably have to pay some people to come see us. Like, I would love to get like Frankie and like other people like that to come on. That'd be great. Fantastic Frankie. Black Gay Comic Geek, so on and so forth, and other people that we've talked to in the past. That would be really awesome. Like I said, I would probably make it way too fucking ambitious for a first go around, but I think it would be fun. Maybe we could put it around like an event. Or something like that. That would be cool. No, you're good, Nick. You're good. Don't worry about it. You're good. No harm, no foul.
The BBC con.
Oh God. I mean, to be fair, if you could call it BCC, because I don't know if you've noticed it, Carter, but like up in the top right corner above your cam, I added a new logo. I don't know if you've seen it since we've been live. But
I saw the BWF one.
Okay, no, there's another one. Just keep looking. I'll tell you when it comes up.
Okay.
But no, let's get into our because we got
Questions in this good old chat.
yeah, we got our guy Brother Man 612 in here. Here it is. Look at it now, Carter. Look up.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I remixed the DC logo.
Yeah. I caught it.
But Brother Man hit us with the $50. Says,
Oh, wow.
happy birthday, guys. Failsafe bodied Superman twice. Chips Darcy gave me Bruce, Batman, and Tim Drake Robin back for a moment. I actually liked that. I actually thought that was really cool. I hope we get more of it. I like what Chips Zdarsky's doing. I need to actually get back to working on my video for that Batman issue. But because there was a lot in there that I really liked. I really liked that book. But yes, thank you so much for that $50. Thank you.
But
And
it's so good.
it is, and the thing is, that's what I like about Chip Zdarsky, because like his Daredevil is really serious, but like his Batman, he is just having fun with it. You can tell he is having so much fun with Batman. It is not even funny. Let's get to let's see, that was a question from Discord. I've been skipping the lower thirds. But anyway, questions from the chat, y'all. Let's see. Let's see here. Nobody said Baby Blerd out here like John Madden with the playbook. I mean, she trying. She really is trying. Sidious Black said, here's a question from them. They said, is it true that they gave Tom Holland another 3-movie Spider-Man deal? And what do you think they're taking where do you think they're taking the franchise this time? I believe it is true. He is signed on for some more Spider-Man movies. I think, honestly, the best thing they can do is just let Spider-Man be Spider-Man. No more of this Iron Spider bullshit, the second coming of Tony Stark bullshit. I want to see Peter Parker like Peter Parker should be. And what I think they would be a nice thing for them to do, this is just me, not saying this is what's going to happen, but what I would like to see a Tom Holland Spider-Man who is more like the Spider-Man that we grew up with, who's on the struggle bus, who's just not, he's just trying to get his life together, but just everything is just failing for him. And I think it would make even more sense now with everything that happened with him in No Way Home, with Aunt May and MJ and everything else. What I would like to see, though, is see him build up from that. Like, okay, we have the first movie where he's broke-ass Spider-Man. And we get the second movie where he's still kind of broke-ass Spider-Man, but you can see he's finally starting to get it together. And then maybe somewhere in there, like, something happened. Maybe he gets a mysterious benefactor or something like that, or he just finds a way to make something happen, or maybe he finds out that Tony left him some money, whatever, and he decides to make Parker Industries, and that third movie just be Spider-Man worldwide. I'd be all about that. But that said, let's go into our next one here. We got another one in here, I believe. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, here's one from Bill. It says, a unique question. Is it true that international writers get away with adding commentary on religious viewpoints through the characters while tackling them in Marvel and DC comics, comic books head on? Maybe. I will say this. I feel like, honestly, it just depends on the nature of how you're going to do it. I feel like, because we've actually seen, over the years, especially recently, while they don't necessarily make it the focal point of anything, we've seen Kate Pryde's Jewish roots brought up more and more over the last bit, more so than I think they ever really did in the past. And of course we know, like with characters like Daredevil, Nightcrawler, they get to kind of have their religious commentaries. Hell, Chip Zdarsky's doing it right now with Daredevil. With everything going on right now with him. And then of course I feel like with like Kamala Khan, they've done it there as well. And in the past, I know Jeff Johns even had a little bit of political commentary, not a whole heap of a lot, but there was some political commentary in Doomsday Clock towards Russia. Not a lot, just enough if you know what to look for. So yeah, I think they'll probably be more lax with international runs because I mean they're probably writing about something that they're familiar with. But I do feel like I do feel like maybe they do give him a little bit more leeway. I don't know, maybe. He plays. We never got that Keeping It Plus Ultra. We're gonna talk about it. I tell you what. Here's what we'll do. Because I don't want to ruin a happy occasion. I don't want to ruin a happy occasion. But because I will get angry in some spots, most likely. I'll say maybe next week. Maybe next week we'll talk about it. Maybe that's when we'll do it. We got the one. Dude, hey, that's U-Law. He's nobody's bitch. Says, dude, talking about health, must say, have been watching your channel and YouTube for many years and have helped me get through and to continue to help me through the issues I'm dealing with. So big thanks. Hey, we appreciate you. And like I said, I just hope that whatever you're going through, you come out the other side of it. And I gotta admit, for me personally, my mortality has become like something that's like a very real thing I think about all the time. And so yeah, like I've been just trying to get myself back healthy and trying to live healthier. For a while I've lived a fairly sedentary life. I don't really go anywhere or do a whole lot of anything. I've been trying to get out and do more, not successfully, but I've been trying. COVID did not help because it kind of made me more of a hypochondriac than I already was. Yeah. But yeah, I do hope that whatever ails you, I hope that you get past it, and fast recoveries. And this is one that comes up more often than not. But yes, Not Zay says, y'all ever consider creating your own comics? Yes, and I'm always actively writing. Yeah, it's Carter points to me. I'm always actively writing. And I've talked about this before. I have 3 different books. 3 different ideas for books that I've been working on, backward and forward. One of which has a fairly extensive character Bible that's been put together. Another one that has not quite as extensive, but almost as extensive of a character Bible. I've talked about them in the past. Another one that's kind of more of an idea that I'm still trying to leave in the crock pot so I can get it to where I want it to be. But I actually have been considering reaching out to artists to help me bring it to life. It's just that I'm really lazy about that sort of thing, and it is definitely something that I want to do. So yes, you never know. Keep it locked. You may one day. It won't be before the year's out, but maybe sometime next year. Maybe I might make an announcement. You never know. But there's a lot of things I want to get together first. And they also this also is kind of an addendum. Are you fans of the Boondock strips? Yes. Yes, I am. Big fan. Trent Blerd and Andre the Black Nerd, Mega Powers handshake. Look at awesome,
you always crack me up.
But I mean, hey, you never know, man. One day. Robo Strange was at a Valiant stand for sure. Can't boycott them, only hurts the creators, but the publishers need to get on top of their shit. No, and that's actually something I'm glad you brought back, because that's something I never said that I was thinking about. I think we both. So yesterday on Robo Strange's Beta Boy TV stream that you can find on Twitch, twitch.tv /Beta Boy TV Beta.
The fact that he calls himself a beta, I respect it.
I mean, hey, he's taking it back. It's a slap in the face. It's a slap back at the red pills. Because that's their thing. It's like, oh well,
yeah.
You weren't ready for that one. But no, we were talking about some stuff on his side where he chats about some of the stuff that's going on in the world politically. And we were kind of on the same page with some stuff yesterday. Like I was saying some chat, he was saying it too. We were kind of same time in it. And yeah, I'm glad you said that because it made me think about that. Yeah, publishers. Yeah, you can't really boycott. You can't. As much as I hate what's going on, it's kind of the same way I feel about Marvel and DC. Like, back when all that stuff was going on with Al Ewing and Joe Bennett with Immortal Hulk, not really with Al Ewing, more Joe Bennett, how all the anti-Semitic stuff that was coming out. I could have boycotted Immortal Hulk, but that would have hurt Al Ewing and everyone else who's working on that book. The only way I can hurt Joe Bennett is just to not give a shit about him, and that's not even really going to hurt him. So, I mean, yeah, it's like I said, it's one of those things. Yeah, a lot of people call it cancel culture. I just call it boycotting because that's what it kind of always was. But, yeah, cancel culture is just a really longer way to say boycott. Boycotting, that's what it is. Let's see here. This is an interesting. Squirrel said, "Is James Gunn got to be racist because he ain't make a Bloodsport show?" I mean, he's talked about. I think it's more an issue of whether or not Idris Elba wants to make a Bloodsport show. I think he's more at Idris Elba's mercy than the other way around. I think Idris would be
racist for not making a show.
I mean, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't think he is.
Oh,
James Gunn strikes. I mean, it's one of those things. Here's the thing. James Gunn puts on the cape. So here's the thing. I actually implore you, if you don't follow James Gunn on Twitter, I highly advise it. He doesn't really talk as much about political matters and social economic matters as much anymore because that's kind of what led to him getting in trouble with Marvel that last time, him getting fired. But thing is, I actually implore you, go follow him. You'll figure it out. You'll realize real quick.
Man.
That too. Ernie and Carter, did you see the YouTube promo for Sins of Sinister? Got me hype AF. I haven't seen it, but I was already hype. So I mean, yeah. I think this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah. And nobody said me says, do you be in the Double Toasted Twitch streams? Not necessarily. I don't get in the Twitch streams as much with Double Toasted. I catch them when I can, because a lot of times when they stream, I'm just busy doing other shit. I usually catch the replays or like the clips, the highlights from YouTube. And but yeah, back in the day, I was on Spill.com like pretty much every week. Like, I was always catching up on, not just for the movie reviews. I was watching the Sunday, well, I guess back then, did they used to call it the Sunday? I think they started calling it the Sunday service now, but it was called something else back then. Back when it was him and Carlisle, C. Robert Cargill. They used to do like the top 5, the number 1 film. Like back when they used to do that shit. Back when they used to do Let's Do This with him and co-host 3000, they would play the Austrian Death Machine as their theme song. Get to the chopper. Like shit like that. And Leog. I used to love Leog. Like League of was it the League of Extremely Ordinary Geeks? Like that was with back when back when it was Leon. Leon and Cyrus and all them. I know Cyrus went on to make One of Us, which is also really good. But yeah, I was there. I was there when the dark magic was first conjured. The funny story, and I'm moving on immediately. The reason why I know who Double Toasted are, or back when they were Spill, it was because of their review of The Dark Knight.
Okay.
That's how I knew who they were. And also because another movie that they didn't shit on The Dark Knight, but when there was another movie that came out around the same time that they just took a massive dump on, and I thought they were hilarious. Let's see here. We've got so I'm waiting on the Blerd Cave Double Toasted collaboration. Man, one day.
Oh man.
But let's see here. Honestly, I'm gonna try and go to BlerdCon this year. There is an actual BlerdCon. I'm gonna try and go. Speaking of, while I'm here, this is no way related to BlerdCon, but I do also want to say, don't forget, Blur Without Fear. Go to blerd.com, get 20% off your whole purchase. Don't forget about it. It's a thing. It is totally a thing. Go do it. Go do it. They have awesome stuff, awesome shirts. Also, I forgot to say too. Guess what I got, Carter?
What'd you get? Oh God.
Y'all don't want none of this. Hold on, let me see if I can get this around this.
Oh God. This motherfucker is putting it around the headset, bro. This motherfucker's a sociopath. He put the headband around the headphones.
Hey.
We need to end the show right now. We need to end the show right now. I don't know how many gang signs he just threw up. We need to end the show right now. End the show right now. Please.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Do you think we will get a Dakotaverse under James Gunn's rule? Let the slate be cleaned for DC. Honestly, I don't know if we'll get that.
I just want to be in it.
Here's the thing. If James Gunn said, "Hey, look, let's go ahead and get Milestone in on this," he could do worse. So yes, if James, you know what, matter of fact, you just inspired me. I'm gonna tweet James Gunn. I'm gonna see if I can get him to respond.
I mean, I saw what he said to the den of nerds or
yeah. I didn't see what they said.
That was pretty funny. They tweeted and said that he doesn't like Henry Cavill, and then somebody tagged James Gunn and was like, "Do you want to go ahead and say if you do or you don't?" And he's like, "Yeah, what this guy is saying is false." And basically, the guy is saying, "Yeah, you lying. You don't like Henry Cavill." And then James Gunn pretty much just calls him a nerd in his mom's basement. It was pretty funny. I'm finna say something that is really obnoxious, but something that's really just like ego driven, and I understand it. But when I looked at the guy's YouTube and stuff and realized we were doing better than he was subscriber wise, I stopped caring.
Wait, which one?
The Den of Geek.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying that.
When I saw subscriber wise we were doing better than him, I stopped caring.
Yeah, I don't.
Is that wrong?
No.
Is that dirty?
It's not wrong. BS Filter said, "What video game would you guys like to see made into a movie?" For me, honestly, and this is only because it just recently came up, make me a Remnant from the Ashes movie. Because they just announced Remnant 2 at the Game Awards the other night, and my ass fell out my chair.
Since you brought it up, sir, because people were asking that question earlier.
Yes.
What did you think of the Game Awards, and what did you think of the Hellboy game that got announced?
Oh, yeah, with Lance Reddick as the voice of Hellboy? Yeah, cut the check on that.
I wasn't listening to it because I was just looking for my name to see if I want a Steam Deck. I didn't realize it was Lance Reddick voicing him. I just saw the Mike Mignola art, and it made me think of the Afro Samurai game, and I'm like, that's dope.
That's you actually, if you go back and watch it, when he speaks, you can hear Lance Reddick. It's his voice. So yeah, I'm into it. I'm 100% into it. Let's go. 100%. Let's do it. Let's see here. Oh my God. I'm scared to read this. I'm scared to read.
Okay, Den of Geek. Sorry about that, y'all.
Den of Geek. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Scott Video said promotional art could be all of you brothers sitting behind a couch that Grace Randolph is sitting on like the meme. Oh, Lord.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. I wouldn't. No, I don't want
Have I seen the new Chainsaw Man episode? I have not. The last episode I watched is when they got out of the hotel that was a demon that was eating them, and they were in there. He was just chopping that motherfucker up for 3 days. That's where I left off. When they finally got out of the hotel. I have not seen the newest episode.
The one says, any idea when you're gonna start a BlerdCon? Probably never, because that's a lot of work. I would rather somebody else do it, and I just invite me and I'll show up. It says, not sure if you ever addressed this. What were your thoughts on Nate Moore saying they don't like hiring fans for MCU projects? Agree, disagree, apathetic? Honestly, Here's the thing. And I think this is what got misconstrued from that. Because some of the people they do hire are fans. I think they mean they don't want to hire fans who have nothing to offer. Like, and I mean, what I took it as him saying that they don't want to hire people off the street that have never directed, written, or whatever, anything, and then get them to do their stuff. That's how I took it.
I took it more so as they don't want to get people that would make a movie they would like,
that no one else
as opposed to making a movie that everybody would like.
Yeah, exactly. That too. That as well.
Yeah.
We got another says, Bill says, how about the Game Awards? Any announcements that you wish to one day pre-order next year? I'm eyeing the Cereza and the Last Demon as a starting point for Bayonetta newcomers, despite the style choice. I'm good on that one.
80s 2, big dog. That's all that matters. 80s 2 is all that matters.
Actually, there were a lot of games that got announced. I'm really interested in that Banishers game. That game is already on my list. From Don't Nod. Obviously, Remnant 2. That was a no-brainer. The Transformers game looks interesting.
I was not expecting Transformers.
That was not, no. That was here, and I'm pulling up the list of everything that got announced. Kind of going back through it. But yeah, Armored Core. I'm interested in Armored Core.
I've never played one, and I wanted to.
I'm also interested in Death Stranding. Death Stranding 2, I knew it was coming, but I wasn't expecting it to get announced there. I finished it, and I loved it. I love that game. Jedi Survivor looks great.
Yeah, I gotta finish it.
I
just reinstalled the first one.
Diablo 4, which I know that's actually the one video game my wife is interested in playing. That's the one game Cynthia's interested in playing. She wants Diablo 4, nothing else.
Did she play 3?
Yeah, that's why. Her and I logged over 200 hours apiece on Diablo 3. So yeah. And Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, it looks more, I mean, granted, we didn't get any more gameplay, but I am interested now just for the simple fact that we know that it's going to be Kevin Conroy's final time voicing Batman. Yeah. Which I'm interested to see how that plays out. Everything else, the Horizon Forbidden West DLC looks interesting, but I was gonna play that anyway. The Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 announcement I thought was awesome. What else was there? Hellboy we already brought up. Crime Boss looks like a dumbass game, but I'll check it out. Just because I'm curious.
Why are there so many people in the game? And then I saw it I thought it was one of those like mobile games where
that's what I thought.
They're not actually playable. They just tell you to do missions.
Yeah.
And then I saw it on the Epic Store, and the Epic Store has it for $23 right now. So I'm like, bro, this game's gonna be so low budget.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Lords of the Fallen looks fantastic. What else was there? Baldur's Gate 3 finally getting the full release, and they're bringing back one of my favorite characters from the original game. So two of actually my favorite characters from the original Baldur's Gate that came out back in the 90s.
Okay.
What else was there? I was interested in Blue Protocol till I found out it was an MMO. What else was there? Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, Dune Awakening, which I already knew about. I was already going to get that. And then, yeah, that was it. That was everything. Let's go to... We'll answer a couple more questions before we get out because we're over the 3-hour mark, but I'm going to let it slide because it's birthday day. So, JD says, what is a comic storyline that you still find unsatisfactory, like Barbara and Killing Joke, but yielded a great series of stories in the long run? Ooh, Civil War 2. Yeah, Civil War 2. Because, I mean, honestly, a lot of the stuff we got, a lot of the stuff that was teased ended up actually being kind of cool. I liked Secret Empire, even though a lot of other people didn't. A lot of the stuff with All Black that was teased came to fruition. A lot of other stuff happened. So yeah,
Secret Empire was fucking boss.
Oh, I love
Secret Empire was fire, yo.
Oh no, I loved it. My what I'm talking about though is a lot of people didn't like the idea of Hydra Cap.
Hydra Cap, yeah.
Which
yeah.
I was fine, because I mean, the thing is, honestly, yeah, Hydra Cap is kind of a dumb idea, but if you actually sit down and read the comics that, like, if you read all the Captain America comics leading up to it, like not all of them, I'm talking about the ones that Nick Spencer wrote.
Yeah.
It actually makes sense.
Still fire, yeah.
It actually makes sense.
It was fire, bro.
It actually made a lot of sense. Let's see here. Scott Fisher said, I'm sure Martin and Corey would be down to collab. He had Struggle Nation and Michael Trapson on a few times. But don't they live near where they are? Don't they live in Texas? Mm-hmm. That might be why that was probably more easy to facilitate. But I mean, I would do it. I mean, if Corey would have me, if Corey and Martin would have me on, yeah. I would drive or fly out to Austin and chill with them. I would do it. Shit. Let's see here. To the folks on Spotify, I'm sorry you're missing the visual comedy here. Yeah, y'all are missing visual comedy. We are kind of acting a whole monkey right now. Okay, here. We got, here. I'm at the end of it. I'm at the end of the chat. I see a couple of things. I'm going to run through them real quick, and then we will be done. Let's see here. What is your favorite Hellboy story? Ooh.
I don't have one because I've never read them.
I've read Hellboy. I'm having a hard time thinking of what my personal favorite story is, though. I'm actually legitimately having a hard time thinking about that. I'm actually sitting here I feel like I'm having a stroke right now. I'm like,
my Urban Prison Strong side. I wasn't paying attention, and when did Blerd put on a Naruto headband?
Hey!
It's not even on his head. It's more around the headphones.
Yeah, it's on the headphones.
That's his head.
Look, hey! I'm from the Blerd Village, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that. I'm from the Blerd Village, y'all. I'm the what was it like how you have the Hokage in the leaf. You got the Raikage in the Village of the Cloud. Well, I'm the Blerd Kage. There you go.
See, I thought you were going to go a different route with that. I thought the Nagage were coming out.
Oh, the Nagage. Look, hey. I mean, we could change it, man. I haven't filed the trademark yet.
The Nakage from Spade Village.
Oh. Look, now you're gonna have motherfuckers where they call themselves the Nikage. The Nikages. Oh Lord.
Do not listen to me.
Do not do it, y'all. Do not do it. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare. All right, and then, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go out on a high note. We're going to go out with Scott Fitzgerald in the 1999 the Super Chat says, happy birthday, brother. X-Men question. Are we sure we're following Moira's 10th life? Also, since Omega Wolverine was from Life 6 and showed up, are other characters still out there? Life 9 Apocalypse? Well, no, okay, so here's the thing. So, technically speaking, and I want to make sure before I say anything crazy or outlandish, if I am to recall things, if I'm to recall the life that Omega Wolverine had come from, and I'm double checking myself here, because as we know, the lives of Moira are many and convoluted AF. So here, I have it here. Let's see here. So Life 6 was the master mold facility.
Mm-hmm.
That's where that happened. But then it's when we get to, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say that was her, Omega Wolverine, I believe was her 9th. I want to say that was her 9th life. Because that was a life that kind of catapulted her into where she's at now,
mm-hmm.
and having the information that she has now. Life 6 was where she encountered the wild Master Mold facility. Matter of fact, yeah, because I have it here. Life 9. I'm actually gonna pull this up because I like having visual aids. So here we go. So right here, as you can see, well, you can't really see it here because the way I have it done, but I'm gonna zoom it out so you maybe, well, no, that didn't work either. Can I bring it up enough to where you can see it? Either way, you know what? Screw it. It's whatever. Point of the matter is, all of these are in order. And when you get down here, let's see here. Where did it go? Year 100. That's year 100. Where did year 1000 go? Oh, and I can't find it. Actually, no. Life 9 was the one where she was actually with Apocalypse. So technically, yeah, you could maybe potentially get that. I don't know when year 1000 actually takes place. Now that I'm looking at it. It doesn't actually show. Actually, let's see. Maybe it was this one. It was 4. Life 4 is what it looks like right here. But yeah, visual for those who are watching alongside, or not watching, listening at home. I was looking at a timeline. But here, let me go back. I'm actually, yeah. But no, so it was Life 4, not 9, is what it looks like. Is at least as far as I can guess. Let's see here. Or maybe not, shit. No, it says died in Sentinel attack. Either way, just know a long time ago. Yeah. Somewhere else. But I do think we could see Apocalypse come back. I definitely think we can see Apocalypse, that version of Apocalypse come back. But I don't know, that might muddy the water a little too much. We might want to stay out of that territory. Let's see here. Let's see. And okay, there we go. That's it. Carter, we're done. We did it.
Cool.
We finished the show. We finished a birthday stream, and somehow, even though it went over 3 hours, we're staying under 3.5. So, Carter, do you have anything you want to plug or mention or announce before we get out of here?
I may or may not stream today. Okay. I've really been contemplating getting Evil West because I really want to play that game.
Mm-hmm. It's a quick game.
Yeah, I heard, but it's just $50 though.
But, yeah.
But then I think about people that bought.
Is it on Game Pass?
I don't have Game Pass.
I mean, you get it though for like dirt ass cheap. Play and then move on with your day.
Yeah, that too. But I know the only thing I'm gonna do after we end this is I'm gonna get back on Callisto Protocol because I got 2 more trophies and then I get the platinum, and I really want that platinum on this one because I only have 2 trophies left. So. Yeah, I may or may not stream Evil West today. If you all even want to see me do that, it'll probably be on YouTube. But yeah, that's the only thing that could possibly be on the agenda. If not, me and Ernie just gonna get back on the Ascent and Fortnite, probably. After his birthday party. Yeah.
I was also gonna say too, I'm actually debating streaming as well. Not today, maybe not. Yeah. But maybe like over the next couple of weeks. I've actually been debating streaming Midnight Suns.
I knew that was coming.
As well as Marvel Snap.
I knew that was really coming.
Marvel Snap. Which, to be fair, I have it on Steam, so I can stream it through that. Yeah. Not to mention, man, I've been getting my ass kicked so much lately because I'm in pool 3 right now, and
you in that money territory now where you need to be buying cards?
Well, no, I'm going against motherfuckers who've been playing since the beta.
Yeah,
because I've seen people coming. And the reason why I know this is because a lot of the people I've been facing lately have titles. Like they have like, cause you can have like, how like some games you have like a card and like you'll have your screen name and then like a quote or some crazy thing underneath. Mm-hmm. Those you don't get till you hit collection level 1006. So I'm going against people who very likely have most of the pool 3 cards where I only have some of them.
Got you.
Like I only just recently got Gambit and Rogue, and I only just recently got Artem Zola, Lockjaw. I have yet to get the new cards like She-Hulk and Shuri, stuff like that. And those cards are busted. And then Null's coming up.
Okay.
Null and Sentry are about to get added. And Null looks also, the cool thing I like about Null is Null is also getting null variants. Like for other cards, there's a version of Cyclops where he's taken over by null. And there's some other characters, but like for those that don't know what I'm talking about, this is it right here. I'll kind of zoom this in, you can kind of see it better. But that's the null card. It's a 6 cost, 0 cost, and it has the combined power of all cards you destroyed when you play it. So like if you destroyed a bunch of cards that have like some significant power, that's how much power he's gonna have, the entirety of it. And then look at all these variants down here, dude. Look at these variants.
Damn.
Look at these variants, my guy. Look at them. Hold on, let me. They got this one right here. That's the one I want. I want that one, and that one. Give me those. Those are the ones I want. And then your boy, Sentry.
I don't want to see it because I'm not re-downloading that game. I felt the bug was coming and I uninstalled it.
No. You gonna do it. You gonna do this. Hold on. You ain't about to leave me in the cold. You ain't about to look at your boy. Look at your boy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. and dude, you want to know the cool thing about him?
Yeah.
When you play him, you add the void to the right location. So if you put him in the left or the middle, not only do you get him, but the void goes to the right location if there's an open spot. And dude, look at this shit. Look at here you go.
Oh, they got the bro.
Yeah. Look at it. Look at it.
I don't want to play a card game, but that game is actually really cool and really easy.
They even got that motherfucker in wrestling. They got him in the wrestling shit. Then look, they got that one, and then they got this one right here, dude. I ain't gonna lie, that actually looks cold. I would get that one.
Thank you, Elite X1. He just gave me a month of Game Pass to stream.
See? Look at it, man.
Now I have to play it.
Now you got to. You got to now. That's it. There you go.
Keep my mouth closed on certain things. I should keep my mouth closed.
See, you shouldn't have said nothing.
Now, I'm going to be streaming Evil West later today on YouTube. There you go. If you are not following, it's Carter Presents. Just type in Carter Presents. You'll see my name.
Yes. Most
You'll see my new Lenza A app
Actually, let
picture.
me see something. Does this still work? Let me see if this still works.
But there you go. I'm streaming Evil
there
West
it is.
today.
There it is. The link just went into the chat. So yeah, Carter, if you ever want to do it, you just do ! Your name.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a bad influence. Goddammit. Y'all all gonna be on Marvel Snap.
Dude. I enjoyed myself when I played. I was whooping folks with Blue Marvel, but I felt like I was doing more that than because I started playing it at work. I'm just like, this is getting too. Nope, uninstall it.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you right now. I fucked up somebody's whole day the other day because they didn't know it was me using a control deck versus someone else using a control deck.
Yeah,
and they threw down Charles Xavier. And I threw down Charles Xavier at the same time, but on a different location. The location he threw the Charles down, I was winning. And the one I threw mine down on, I was winning. And I threw down Storm on the other location, so he couldn't play cards nowhere. He had to quit. Because he knew there was no way he was going to win. Yeah. Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, an ugly combination is Charles Xavier and Storm. Because Charles makes it to where you can't play cards in his location anymore, and Storm makes it where after the turn you play her, you can't put cards in that location anymore. I've had more people retreat because I made it where they couldn't do it.
Real quick, Ernie,
yeah.
I just realized that link you put for me is for Twitch and not YouTube.
Oh, you know what? My bad, y'all. I do have a Twitch channel that I have streamed on before, but there are more people here. Yeah.
So just YouTube Carter Presents, you will see me. Click it. You'll know it's me. So yeah, y'all do that.
Also, we got one last super chat, and then we're gonna go out on that note. It says Eric Reed with the $50. God.
Put a 50 on that pipe.
Said, just made in time. Wanted to wish you good brothers a very happy birthday and belated birthday, man. Look, and what a way to go out. Dude, what a way to go out. What a way to go out. I like it. You know what? That's it. That's the show right there. I'm not even going to say anything else. I shouldn't say anything else. All I will say is that, you know what? Thank you so much for that 50. Thank you, everyone else. All of you. The chatters, the super chatters, the Blerd Club, members, the patrons, the non-patrons, the non-Blerd Club members, the people who are just chilling in the chat and just listen to our dumbasses talk about shit. Every last single one of you, we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much. And in the meantime, if you haven't done so already, on your way out, if you hadn't hit subscribe, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button on the way out the door. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, Google, Apple, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, whatever, make sure to leave us a rating for you click away from us. And all I will say is for Blerd Koa, for Earth's Mightiest subscribers, for Blerd Club, for Earth's Mightiest patrons, for Carter Presents, I am the Blerd Without Fear. And Patty Jenkins, you can go to hell.
Bye.